Hey guys, good evening. Hey over the farm, good evening. Welcome back to our channel. How is everyone doing? I hope you're well. Apologies for starting late. Oh my goodness, I've literally just finished. I've been so busy all day. Emma Binu. My apologies. You guys know I'm very good with keeping to time, but unavoidably I couldn't start when I wanted to tonight. Welcome. Please give us a thumbs up. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please just shout out on the comment section. Say hi. Welcome. Those who follow me on Instagram already know. This is really going to be straight out. I'm going to try to be as brief as possible tonight because we're starting late and also I'm very pressed for time. So got a lot going on. Please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not done so already. We are talking about in-laws tonight. So the video, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to play it because those some networks when you play their, even if it's a clip of their product that you play, their videos, they usually will just come and start copywriting you. But I'm gonna let me play it. Then if they copyright me, I'll just ask YouTube to take it out. Yeah, you can do that. You can ask YouTube to just delete the parts of it. It's quite short. It's like 1 minute anyway, but some of those networks are like that. Okay, let me not play it. Yeah, thank you. UCGN. Yeah, they will copyright. You will be shocked. 1 minute they copyright you. Yeah, you're right. Let me not play it. It's on my wall on Instagram. A lot of people have seen it. I can play it, but not on YouTube, so I'll just play it on the audio. So we're talking about in-laws tonight. We've done so many episodes, so many shows, videos about in-laws. In-laws. I estimate in my own, what I've seen, especially with Nigerian marriages, I estimate that 50% of Nigerian marriages that break, that end up in divorce, in-law issue is one of the biggest problems. In-laws constitute up to 50% of why marriages don't work. Some Nigerian in-laws are just something else. So this idea of living to cleave is something we talk about all the time here. We talk about men who are getting married, but they are still mommy's boys. They have to run everything by their mom. They have to tell their extended family everything. So I think a lot of Africans, Nigerians especially, don't understand the concept of just two people coming together in marriage without the extended family. They don't consider it. And the harm that a lot of in-laws are causing in marriages is terrible. Mother-in-laws, sister-in-laws, not as many father-in-laws. Very rarely you hear, because men don't get time now. They don't really have time for all that pettiness. Oh, you see, you try to post it with your voice and you got a copyright notification. Aha, I knew it. Some of these big networks, they don't play, don't even touch their products. Yeah. So I'm just gonna play. You know how they will not copyright you? If you don't put it on YouTube, like I play it on my video on my phone now, they can't copyright me. Yeah, because they will hear the audio, but they cannot, yeah, they can't trace it. Sorry about that. Just ask YouTube to remove it. The problem of in-law tikboju, even within Nigeria. So I don't know about this show. Some of you know about them. I've never seen it before. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. Marriage or Fiancé. Is that what it's called? Please correct me in the comment section. Kukwa said, Sis B, I was telling a friend Now, if this situation happened with an African wife, would the husband act the same way towards the mother? Maybe some men. Yeah, some men do. It depends on the family. Some men have a very, very healthy detachment from their mother, but some never, ever, ever, ever. They will take the side of the mother, whatever the mother does. I don't know why all these aunties don't want to leave their son alone. I don't understand it. Look, I in my mind when I was setting up this show this morning, I said we are going to have an affirmation tonight. All of you that are parents or potential parents, you are planning to be a parent, please let's do this affirmation together. It's very, very important. Okay. If you are a parent or you're planning to be a parent in the future, say after me. Are you guys saying it? Please say it. I know I can't hear you, but please say it. Say I. Insert your name. Bridget Ekpo. Insert your name there. I, Bridget Ekpo. I promise to stay out of my children's marriage. So help me God. It's an affirmation we need to make because we cannot continue like this. Yes, I always make my videos educational. Yeah, I do. Thank you, Maria's Amazing Kitchen. That's how I my videos are, yeah, they are usually education. That's the way I set them up on YouTube. Thank you. We need to make that affirmation because I don't understand when you throw in, all this attachment issue. And I said something one day to you guys that women who are happy in their marriage, that they are fulfilled in their marriage, don't usually do this. It is when because there's something that women do in Nigeria. So this previous generation, like this auntie that we are looking at now, first of all, going to reality show, sometimes it's scripted, but please, if you have these tendencies, don't try any reality show. Don't try it. Do not try it. You need to affirm it every day. I put your name there. I'm going to stay out of my children's marriage. I will do my best to prepare my children for marriage, and I will trust God. I will pray, I will counsel, I will prepare them that God should give them the right partner. And when they get married, whether male or female, I will stay out of their business. Very, very important. The mother-in-laws of the previous generation, some of them they did too much. I mean, we are all mothers. We know the love, we know the sacrifices we make for our children. It doesn't mean that your children are your property for life. The kind of attachment that a lot of Nigerian mothers have with their sons is not healthy. It's the attachment they should have with their husband. Korikosu. This auntie now, see her husband there. Abby, I want to believe that's the husband. You guys, because it's only 1 minute clip, so I don't want to make any assumption. This uncle on my right hand, is that the husband? Is that the father of the boy? You guys are fans because this is played. You guys watch the show in the US, but we don't have access to it here. Sissy was saying that some of it is on YouTube, but I've never seen any of it, to be honest. I tried to watch a program on OWN TV one time on YouTube, and they just put bits and pieces. Is that the uncle or that's the father? Okay. You see, Jen say that's the uncle from what I gathered from the show. Okay. All right. Because I'm wondering if the man is her husband, then why this unhealthy attachment to her son? Guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. The show is called The Son's Husbands. I don't understand. Ngozi, what do you mean? It's called Son's Husbands. Kukwa say part of the problem is the worshipping of the male child in our culture. Yeah, you can worship your male child if you want to, but when they get married, I mean, do children get married? I don't understand. If we trust that these children, you've raised them, equipped them, you taught them about your values, you taught them about your culture, because we are going to talk about culture heavily tonight. Yeah, culture is what they use in a lot of times to do all these shenanigans. It's our culture. It's our culture. It's our culture. The man is his uncle, not his father. Does the mother, does she have a partner? Is she married? I like to know because it changes the dynamics. It doesn't mean that every mother that is single or is a single parent has that attachment. Okay? But what I've found in a lot of cases is that it's only when women say, after the way I suffer for you, I raised you single-handedly, now you want to leave me for another woman. Yeah. It's more predominant in some, in cases where these sons are raised by single parents. Yeah, and it's not all single parents, as I said, not all single mothers do that. Okay, some single mothers cannot wait for the sons to please go and start your own life. Look, the kind of mother-in-law me I want to be, by the grace of God, Lagbara alone, I want to give myself so much respect. I'm a soft life woman, soft life sister, Nimi. I don't have time to go and do omugo, for instance. I've told my children, you should have children that you can take care of, oh, because it's not me and you in this obodoyibo. I will not. If I come to visit you, okay, they say, oh, you just had a baby. Oh, let me come. I don't think I can do more than maybe 3 weeks, maximum 1 month. I can't, because I like my respect and I'm allergic to disrespect. But I also understand that respect is something that is earned. You don't force people to respect you the way that auntie was saying, you must respect me. You must respect me. It's our culture. It's our culture. It's our What is our culture, by the way? Let's even talk about this, our culture. Kini culture? What is our culture? I heard them speaking Yoruba. So I'm assuming that the young man and his mother are Yoruba people, because the uncle was saying that she's embarrassing herself. He wants to handle it. They literally had to take this woman out of the room. They had to take her out of the room. What is it? I don't understand it. Maybe somebody who understands it can explain it to me, because no, I don't understand. I don't understand. My mother didn't do that to my brother's wives. As I said, my mother is the one that will even, and my brothers, they try any nonsense. You see, she was the one that used to treat their F up. She would treat it. So I don't understand all these attachments. Oh, they'll be calling the children like he's a grown man. Hmm? So Ngozi is explaining what she meant by son husbands. Women with deep attachment to their son, they treat them like son husbands. They get their emotional needs from their sons instead of from their husbands. Yeah. We see it all the time. All the time. Abina just said, I'm married and only son. My mother-in-law tried it once with my son. My son prefers this or her like this and that. For months after that, we ate a goosey tire. He sat mommy down before she went back to Nigeria. Boundaries. Yeah. So it's a question of boundaries. Yeah, that's very, very important, because unfortunately, a lot of men cannot speak to their mom in a firm way. Because again, this respect, how I think that word respect has misused so much by cultures across Nigeria, that would think not having an opinion, not being able to say something to your parent means that you respect them. A grown man is not able to challenge the parents respectfully. You're not able to say, Mom, I love you, But mm-mm, mm-mm. Just lay it down. They can't. The way they use that culture, I don't understand it. We use it like it's almost like something that has been weaponized. It's our culture. It's our culture. So the story of the young man and his is it fiance? Guys, let me know. I think it's fiance. They are not married yet, or I don't know. Are they living together? She said that the mother came to their house on Valentine's Day and ate and expected her to take the plates. That was what she said that sent this auntie. It sent her crazy. Like she went bizarre. Like auntie, Koleto bayi. Henny suru. Calm down. So let's look at it first of all from the aspect of diverse culture. I'm assuming that the young lady is an African American. She's not Nigerian. She's not an African from the motherland, right? So she does not know that the way we treat elderly people in our culture is with I put respect in a way that, because it's your home, your mother-in-law came to your home, you make the food. So taking the place for me is something that you can do out of respect. Yes, you can. Because if my mother came to my house in my marital home and I cook, she eats, I don't expect my mom to take the plates. All right. So I will take the plate for my mom. And so if my mother-in-law comes, I don't have a problem taking the plate. So if this lady is an African American, obviously they don't have that culture from her background. What I expected the auntie to do is to explain to her very simply, there is a way you say something that you earn your respect. What she was trying to say was not wrong. But the tone of voice she was saying it was, in my opinion, very, very unacceptable. It was disrespectful and also demanding for respect. You have to respect me. You have to respect me. And then she started calling her son a wimp. You don't become a wimp. So I saw something today because a lot of people have been doing reaction to this clip. And somebody on Instagram said that the way some Nigerian mothers, when they see that their sons have a loving relationship, a relationship that is based on understanding and mutual respect, it's almost like they're not happy about it. I don't understand whether they would like it for their children, their sons, to be with troublesome women who will be giving them boost. If they come to your house and see that you live in peace, and this is something that is very common in Nigeria, they will say, Oti Jeffo, you are a wimp. See the way your wife is using you, this, that. And so you see some Nigerian women will actually tell you that even though their husbands are very domesticated, like in Nigeria, which is something that is not common anyway, and you wonder why they have problem when they come to the abroad. When their mothers are coming to visit, the mother-in-law is coming to visit, the wife will literally be begging their husband, please, don't enter the kitchen, oh. I don't want you to help me in the kitchen. Don't cook, don't clean, don't do anything. Because they know that if the mother-in-law comes and see their son in the kitchen, oh my dija, she will say, this woman has turned my son to a houseboy, yo. He's giving him juju. It will take another century for us to turn things around. When it comes to healthy marriages in Nigerian cultures across board, it will take another century. And that is why it's so difficult for women, to have a problem with sleeping with other women's husband. That is why they find it easy to take side with the side chick. The mother-in-law will even be telling her, Aye Sheren now, what is the big deal? What is the big deal? So, I mean, after seeing that clip, I think there is a cultural misunderstanding there. Okay, so I know some people in the comment section were like, where is it written that you have to take your mother-in-law's plate? No, if you are Nigerian, you know, common sense. it doesn't have to be cultural, but common sense will tell you that when you sit on a table to eat with your mother-in-law, you need to respect her by clearing the dishes, washing them. You don't you don't allow your mother-in-law to take her plate. Because even if she does it, she's going to have some ikusinu. She will have some she's going to have some what's it called? What is the meaning of ikusinu? You guys borrow me English. Mm? Yeah. So there needs to be, so if I were the mother-in-law, it could never be me anyway, because I don't even get time. On Valentine's Day, me, I don't travel, go one country, go there, enjoy with my boo. It's me that will come and sit in my son's house. Kilo, what's my own? Me too, I don't like enjoyment. So I'll come and be the third wheel while my son is married or living with a woman. I will now go there and say, hey, what are you doing? It's Valentine's Day. I can't to greet you. Killer say, oh, where did you cook? And we'll not be running around and say, Mommy, what do you want to eat? It's courtesy. Oshejari Olivia. It is courtesy. I think it's a thing of courtesy. It's not a thing of culture. So in this part of the world, like she's African American, or Yibo too, will have that culture where, or they will have that way of life where they don't expect anybody to take anybody's place. In fact, the Oyibo mother will be the one. Have you guys noticed that Oyibo people don't stop taking care of their children? Even when they are adults, married, they still take care. That's why they leave inheritance for them. It's part of taking care of them. That's why they leave a lot of money for them. They leave houses, everything. Hmm? Uzo said, over the farm, please, if you go out and you're offered food, please clear your plates. If it's your mother-in-law, I will advise you to take the plates. Okay, take the plates. Don't wait. Even if she offers, as Olivia said, it's a thing of courtesy. Courtesy. Yeah, even if the mother-in-law offers to clear the place, say, no, mommy, leave it. Let me tell you something. Wisdom dictates that there are things that you do to endear yourself to someone. So, for instance, I think I was having a chat with Sisi. I think the mother-in-law does not want her son to marry this young lady. There's nothing anybody's telling me, because a lot of people were saying, "Pay, this is not even about plates. It's not about plates." She doesn't approve of their relationship. Some people were saying that maybe because she's not Nigerian, that's why. So a lot of Nigerians here will probably not allow their mother-in-law to take her plates, especially if you are from Yoruba culture, where they carry respect and hawk it like bread. People used to hawk respect. It will be unheard of for you to let your mother-in-law go and wash her own. What is next? If you let her carry her plate, the next thing you tell her, Mommy, can you wash your plate? They will call family meeting for you. All the Olori Ebi will hear about it. Don't try it. Do not try it. Someone is asking a very good question. Monica, I like that question you're asking. Monica is saying, if this young lady was Oyibo, would the mother-in-law have tried it? What do you think? Do you think the mother-in-law would have tried it? I don't think so. I don't think she would have been so angry. So our people have, I think it's part of colonialism again. This is the after effect of colonialism. Apostle will hear it, oh. If you tell your mother-in-law to wash plate, don't try it, oh. Don't say I didn't tell you. So if it was Oyibo, the mother-in-law, our people tend to have more understanding for Oyibo, because Oyibo people they don't know how to pretend. They will just do what they know is right based on their own, principles and the way how they know how to do things. First of all, Oyibo will not even cook for you. There are some exceptions, but typically they don't even know how to cook. They don't even cook in their own house. A lot of them don't cook. Talk of cooking Nigerian food for you. Somebody was saying that all of you Nigerian men that like to follow Oyibo up and down, no more egusi for you. That can Oyibo cook egusi? I was laughing. I said he doesn't need to eat egusi anymore. He will start eating burger. So there's the dynamic of the cultural, the culture is there. If he's Oyibo, she probably would not behave like that. I don't think she will. I don't think she will. She'll probably be more calmer than that. She will not. Her reaction was so out of control. The way she backed at that girl, I felt sorry for the young girl. I was like, what? About plates? But I did like what the son did. The son stood up to him, to her. Her son stood up to her. Let me play the video. Let me play it on my phone for those of you who are not. If you are on my Instagram, you follow me on Instagram, you can see it on my wall. It's on my Instagram page. The son stood up. Okay, let's see. She said, it started by her just saying, you came to our house on Valentine's Day.
Valentine's night, you came over, made sure you ate. And then when you were finished, you expected me to take your plate. In the Nigerian culture, you are supposed to take your mother-in-law's plate. Yes. If you know you want to marry my son, you are supposed to respect me. Wow. No, leave me alone. Stop it.
So the son was trying to stop her, but the woman was she was unstoppable. She was like a force. The anger. She stood up. The son was trying to take her side, and the woman, the young girl was speaking in it. She wasn't disrespectful. She was speaking in a very calm tone. On Valentine's Day, you came over and you ate and you expected me to take your plate. So if she doesn't understand, in our culture, according to what you said, Nigerian culture, that people of a certain age or mother-in-laws don't used to take plate, then you can explain to her. Say, oh, my dear, it's because you are not from our background. Where I come from, you have to, as a sign of respect to your mother-in-law, you need to take the plate. When your mother-in-law comes to your house, you look after her. You explain. She will respect you more. She will understand. You are educating her, you are schooling her, and you are also showing her respect. But instead, this auntie, it's okay. Oh, hey, the way she was barking. Now, wow. And somebody said, if it was an Oyibo or she's from a rich home, she won't behave like that. My mother-in-law did worse. I can relate. Okay. Let's hear the video again.
Came over, made sure you ate. And then when you were finished, you expected me to take your plate. In the Nigerian culture, you are supposed to take your mother-in-law's plate. Yes. If you know you want to marry my son, you are supposed to respect me. Wow. No, leave me alone. Stop it. Wait. No. Stop it. If you have to respect me, I'm not your mate.
I'm not your mate. You have to take my plate. He's just laughing. He said you have to take my plate. He said, why are you laughing?
She break my heart too. Leave me alone. Any other day. Leave me alone.
Don't be a wimp for a woman.
It's nonsense. To marry a Nigerian, you have to respect your elder.
If you want to marry a Nigerian, you have to respect your elders. Okay. All right. What do you guys think about this situation? What is the way forward? Is it a Nigerian culture? And how can, is there, like, I've been looking at ways that this could have been handled very differently. Very good question. On Valentine's Day, I mean, I jokingly said on my wall on Instagram that mother-in-law and father, anybody-in-law should be banned on Valentine's Day. Don't come to my house on Valentine's Day. What are you looking for on Valentine's Day? Do you expect your son to take you out? Your son will take you out on Mother's Day. Like 30th of March is Mother's Day now. I start telling my sons already, you people prepared to take me out. I'm expecting my gift. But on Valentine's Day, what is my business with you? Ha, Koyemio, I don't understand. You have to respect me. You have to respect me. Mawaro go. Okay, let me share my link so that you guys can jump in quickly, give your 2 cents about how mother-in-laws should, how should they move in the space of their son's home and their son's partner in a way that will earn them respect as well. Not all this yelling, you have to respect me, you have to respect me. Mother-in-law cause a lot of problems. Some of them. Just call me this. And my mother-in-law visited and tried to cause problems between me and my husband, her son. She doesn't like that my husband helps with household chores and the care of the kids. Yeah. That's why. Yeah. Because in their generation, it was something that was not done. They don't understand that this is abroad. The same way they did, some of them didn't pay bills. They didn't support their husband. Women are now supporting their husband. Some women pay more bills. So that's why in the dynamics of obodo-oyibo marriage, a lot of African mothers have no clue. And that's why they are, whether intentionally or inadvertently, they are contributing to the breakdown of marriages. Because of all this, my son is cooking and my son is taking care of, what is wrong with somebody taking care of their kids? Because in their generation, their husband did not help them to take care of the kids. They raised those children single-handedly. And so for them, they think that is the way. You see why I told you that it's going to take another generation or I don't even know what it will take, but it's a long time. It will take a long time for these things to turn around. Because there's, like we said in the last show, there's a lot of dysfunction in the way we've done things over the years. There's a lot of chaos, a lot of things that are not right. So people, all these young men, God bless them, they're trying to do the things the right way now. Their mothers won't bow. They don't want to hear it. And if you're a young man, you are listening to your mother who was raised in a different generation, did not live in the abroad, did not have to deal with the current, things that people are dealing with in this world that we live in now, your marriage will soon end. And in the abroad is the man they used to send out of the house. Wagba, you go collect. You go collect too. I'm telling you. Okay, Ola, you are in the studio. Can you hear me? Please unmute yourself. Let's do this very quickly. I'm just going to take calls.
I hear you. I hear you, my star. God bless you. Yeah. This topic, we could not change our culture. Our culture is our culture. India, they change their culture. Why is this only black people who like to change their culture for who? I blame the guy. He knows his mother. He would have informed that black American woman, look, my mom is coming. You must have to take the plate. That's how it's being done in our culture. The woman just gets reaction because Africans deal with emotional expression. The way the girl did her face by saying, oh, you expect me that you finish eating. That face alone triggered that woman to be like that.
Which face? Which face?
The face that girl, the expression of that girl's face by clinking to her teeth and making her face walk out. You understand me?
I disagree with you.
With the facial, our reaction, with the see people behavior, that's what they react to the people.
No. I disagrey with you. I don't agree with you. She was not disrespectful towards the mother-in-law at all. She not disrespect the woman, no. May we talk true. Let's be honest.
I understand, but see that age of that woman. Now people be like say now different set of age time without one. That guy would have come say, babe.
The way she looks, she's in her 60s. Which age? Which age she carries? She be Methuselah.
At least that woman passed from some kind of good Samaritan, good work in his husband, in her husband house before. So she been raised up in such a different type of culture, type of way of life. And he did raise that boy the way that boy is not doing and say, mommy, you just break her heart. That not be African thing, because that woman don't get love. You kind of heartbreak before maybe from this guy father. That guy would have just say, sorry, mom.
So what
She
you
didn't know.
can consign now the girl breaking heart? Why can't carry the breaking of heart? Can't they put for the
No, now the
poor
guy go to
fiancé
tell mama.
body now?
Now the
Like
guy go to
woman,
tell mama say, mommy, you just break her heart. That mama react now say, hey,
what do you
what's your
expect them to
problem?
talk? The way we say they attacking girlfriend, if I'm keep quiet, make it they attacking girlfriend like that.
The boy know the
Then they
culture.
shout for
Follow
your
the
background
culture.
though.
Sorry, the boy know the
Which
culture.
culture? I don't understand.
Follow
Explain
the
this culture
culture.
to
We
me. Which culture?
we have a culture, and that culture must be
What's that
respected.
culture?
The culture of respect.
What's the culture now?
Culture of when you try to marry into a guy's family, you must respect that guy's family because you've been watched, you've been looked at. Are you a good suitor for this my son? Yes or no? It's not just free will that you just come in and just start, showing your fingernails, how beautiful they are, manicure, pedicure. It doesn't go like that in some African culture, be you abroad or not. You understand me? If you lose your culture, the way you think, the way you behave, you'll be dead. India people hold their culture. Pakistan people hold their culture. Why is that we Africans have to lose our culture? We go to people's
You don't
country.
verse so.
I don't the verse at all. We go to these people's country. We
You
want to
think
speak
that
more
verse
like
you
the American.
well,
No,
you
no,
don't
no,
even
no.
raise your voice like that woman now.
No, sorry. Why they talk about say if we go to people's country like America, we want to speak the Americans more than them. Look at the Indians. They will come in and dominate a whole section of jobs in everywhere because that's their culture of being together, bringing in their people. But when we come in and lose our culture, then we call ourselves Americana or Black British or whatever we want to call ourselves. We don't lose ourselves. Hold your culture. It's have to be like that. Sorry, if it's a white woman, first of all, that tension will be diffused. You see a white
Why?
woman say, let me just tell you the truth. A white woman say, the moment that woman raised that voice, a white woman say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that is the culture. He will say, I'm very sorry. I didn't know that is the culture.
The way she was shouting at her, the white woman would say, I'm sorry. She will apologize to a woman that's shouting at her.
No, she will not apologize. She will say, I'm sorry. I didn't know that is your culture. You understand me? First of all,
okay. So do you think the way the mother-in-law went about it? I understand what you're saying about the culture. Our culture is respect. You see, if you think it's only Africa, we will talk true. It is only Africans that have the culture of respect, then you are wrong. Respect is in every even when you will say they don't get culture. The respect is ingrained in their upbringing. And that's why in the UK, please, thank you. Please, thank you. What be that? Not be respect. Please, thank you. Where did they talk? So you think say we'll call our respect? See, this respecting what would they talk? In my opinion, no. I not say we'll not get respect for our culture. But I think we they misunderstand what respect really mean. Okay, would they misunderstand them? I don't think say this culture thing say would they use them. It's like would they use them as tool sometimes. Not only Africans get culture.
We cannot change.
Not only us get respect.
Yes, but we cannot change what is already with us for a very long time. Is the culture, that's where we'll be brought up, that's where we think, that's where we behave, that's where we roll. It's part of who we are. We can change it. It's thick. It's part of our bloodstream. You cannot change something that your person grandmother has been born into. I understand say things don't change now because most of these Nigerian girls with the see now for Lagos, you cannot carry Ron's girl actually become a wife because it will just kill the whole thing. But still, we still have a strong culture.
Place. And the problem why they get with you be this. You know they stick
No,
to
I'm not
what
going that
which
place. So
what
what be the no? Auntie, what be they try to tell you? Be say, I understand where that woman they come from. You understand me? I see the way she still react. I see that girl facial of saying, so you expect me. We they deal with. You see, when somebody won't look for your trouble, now eyes you first look at first. Now woman to woman. Did they have time? Now facial expression they look at before they say, okay, you want war, I'll give you war. You understand me? She react. Nigerians naturally they're loud. She react in that form. You understand me? I understand, but it's the son that I blame.
You
because
don't
the
see
son would have
anything
done
wrong
better.
with the way where she handled that matter. You don't see anything wrong because everything that you talk about culture, you talk about the son, talk about the girl, say she raised her eyes. I not see any eye where she raised. Now only 1 minute video. Anyway, the way when she take handle am, so you don't see say there's something wrong with the way the mother-in-law. Ola, thank you so much for that super chat, my brother. I appreciate that. You don't see anything wrong in the way where she take handle the matter about carrying plates.
The
No,
truth about
talk
that
now,
is say
talk because of time.
that plate not
Mm.
supposed to be what go cause problem. Let's say the woman just come to observe the person that the son actually want to get married to. Yeah, I think it's just the way her reason, the way she did think. You understand me? It's that guy's job to
Okay.
say, baby, if my mother finish
Mm.
eating, please pick the plates. She would not be here for so long, but we need this is the
Why
way
the
our
son not pick the plate? The son not fit pick the
and,
plate. The hand
and
cuts.
I
You know
do
they
the boy
care.
and that's not where the boy was just too. The boy is too now lovey dovey boy. Now boy possibility when they do lovey break her, not break her, is too one kind. So the woman, I not blame the woman. I support the woman heavily. I support the woman 100%. No need to
Where
the
you say
this
your wife come from? So again, Kidola.
me. My wife
I don't
now
say you
now
not marry Nigeria. You not marry African.
no my wife now a Igbo woman
Where
now.
your wife come from?
Dutch.
You marry Oyibo.
Nah.
So with all this your culture where you dey preach every day, so you feel marry Oyibo.
Yes now
Eh?
because
I
you know
shock
why?
oh.
You know because you know why?
Mm.
I let my woman know say
Mm.
first of all, nobody say I not give grant though. But the way I tell you give grant now to compromise. You understand me? But still, I still able to tell and say my culture. Even when my woman deal with my mama, you understand me? He go cook give my mama. When mama finish eating, now she will come pick those plates come up for there. When my mama they sit for dining table. You understand? Because now
So
what I
since when
teach
you
her.
marry your Oyibo wife, since when you marry your Oyibo wife, your mama don't come visit you.
Yes, now.
And how
Yes.
your Igbo wife take how she cook for him? She cook for your mama.
She cook for my mama, right? She cook for my
Mm-hmm.
mama.
Mm-hmm.
They ask my mama make it judge the
Mm-hmm.
food. If the food is not so perfect, she will know how to improve her or she will teach her more. But before my mama
Mm-hmm.
come, or before I even introduce her to my mama, I don't already tell them our way of
Mm.
life, the way we take the think, and the way
Okay.
my mama, because of that age, the way they think. You understand me? First of all, when you want greet my mama, you go double a little bit. You understand me? Now the way we take the greet, you cannot just stretch hand. Hello, say you get the way. She go shake you, but in her mind, you go think, okay. If you do it continuously, if you irritate her, you understand me? So the way you pass the message towards her, you understand me? So when my mama
So
finished
all the
eating,
time when uh
for the 27 years plus, when I married this woman, that's the way she had been doing to
mm,
my mother. She wake up, she greet my mother
and
by
if she
double
they
a
cook,
little bit.
no, not be
So
hold on, no. If your man can stay with you for a month or two, in they cook for your man 3 times a day. Talk true.
what on? Does she go work now? Before she go work, she go prepare like breakfast that when my mama
Mm-hmm.
go eat. Then he go ask my
Uh-huh.
man if you want eat anything, make it look towards the fridge
Mm-hmm.
or the cupboard. You understand me? When she go come back, right? She
Mm-hmm.
go cook again. My mom
Mm-hmm.
would stay for 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You understand me? Then she will go back. Depends if
How
na
long did
medical
they
check.
stay?
Maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks. You know?
Okay, you know they stay longer.
No, still longer. So she go cook for her. If na spaghetti, if you go before she will ask Mama, what do you want to eat? Mama fit tell Mama Sophie, Mama na say cook anything you want. Let's see. You go serve am, finish, you go
Mm-hmm.
pick plate. Now waiting I teach am right from time because I know say my man na old school woman, she dey see things differently. You understand me? Not just differently.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? So my woman
Mm-hmm.
not they give her that
Mm-hmm.
face, that kind of face looking, say, or face expression. Nice, hugger, all
Ola
those
say
things.
na
Finish.
cap. Ola, why you putting cap now? Ola say Kidola is capping. Seriously.
No,
So
no, no, no,
your
no,
mama
no,
see
no.
you
Say,
they do housework. You they talk of
why?
your
No,
mama
see,
see you they do housework.
like what you depend what kind of housework I'll say I won't do. I feel Vago clean the ground, right? I feel clean my table, the
Mm-hmm.
sitting room where man they occupy. The kitchen belong to my woman. You understand me? Where they
When
sit,
man they
I'll just
occupy.
and
When
now
man they occupy.
The
I
sitting
don't,
room,
okay,
the
I
heart
don't
of
tire.
the heart of the house. Now maybe the head of the house, the heart of the house.
Okay.
Now sitting room, and I mean the whole remote.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? If I if I tell for remote, I'll give remote to my woman.
Now
That's
you
what
the
it
whole
be.
remote.
Now be the whole remote. If I tell for remote, I will give her to my woman to be democratic.
So if you okay, thank you. Kidola, I thank you. Make
Thank
I
you very
move on.
much. Oh.
He
Yeah.
said you do well. Make I rest my case. I don't fit banter again. He said, now the sitting room be the now there be the now there be man they stay, now woman get kitchen. Now in the whole remote. Which I go talk for that one now. If you say now you the whole remote, I can't see anything. I rest my case. Greatness Media, welcome. Please unmute yourself. Kidola no go kiss person for this place. I don't tire. He saying now in the whole remote. How dare you whole remote? Hmm.
Hello.
Greatness, can you please unmute yourself? Hello, welcome.
Hi, good
Hmm.
evening, Auntie B. Good evening, everybody. Auntie
Good
B, I didn't want to jump
evening.
in. I didn't want to jump in, but when I heard the last caller talking, I was like, nah, I'm getting triggered. Auntie T, the thing is, we hide behind this culture to exhibit wickedness to other human beings. That is the problem I have with people
Hmm.
who are constantly saying culture,
It's our culture. Can't you see the Indians? Can't you see the Asians? Can't you see the Bangladesh? Can't you see this? I don't tire for culture. For culture. Who culture help? Go ahead. Oh my goodness. Greatness. Go ahead, yeah. We're not hearing you again.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying that most of African culture is always negative. It's always to cause harm to someone else. Our culture is never kind. Our culture is never loving. It's always something harsh. That woman behaved very, very badly. I don't see the reason why. Because if that's your daughter, you won't go off on her like that. If that's your own child, you will come in a very soft manner. There's a way you would explain the situation.
Your internet is. Are you having calls? It keeps cutting off. Greatness.
Can you hear
It
me?
keep cutting off. Yeah, it keep. Are you having calls? It keeps cutting off.
No, I don't know.
Okay, go ahead. Just summarize. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, our culture we need to do better. We cannot keep hiding behind African culture and show wickedness to people and not be kind and not be compassionate. Even if she's wrong, there's a way you explain it to her. You won't go off like that because you're a mother. You will have this motherly instinct. You talk to her in a different manner, not shout.
Joy says, teach and correct in love. Ife said, preach it, speaker. They enforce the nonsense because of wickedness. When it comes to them, they bend the rules and become more reasonable. Greatness,
Most
are you there?
African,
I'm going to have to let you
yes.
go. Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
African women, because they didn't have good marriages, they were not shown love. So when they see their kids showing love to another woman, they get angry because they didn't receive that in their marriage. So they want you to suffer. I have had women say, I didn't enjoy my marriage, so why should you enjoy your marriage?
Hmm. That's so true. Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Hmm. Okay. Thank you very much for your contribution. Unfortunately, you keep cutting off, and my time is running very quickly. So I'm moving to Abby. Hi, Abby. Please unmute yourself. Hopefully, your connection will be better. Welcome.
Hello, Auntie B.
Hello, darling. Where are you joining us from?
From Canada. Good afternoon from here.
Welcome.
Okay,
Welcome.
good afternoon, everybody, or good evening. Okay, so I was the one that typed initially that I could relate to the mother-in-law, the outburst, because before I got married, I had similar experience. So if you
Mm-hmm.
watch the part two of this this video, I don't know if you have seen the part 2. The son or
No.
the lady had to, acknowledge. I don't know why she did that. That they should go and beg the mom. So they went to the patio and they went to go and kneel down to beg. That's she and the guy to beg the mom that she's sorry. Now that she has done,
After all that shouting,
yes, you need to watch it. It's on old TV.
they went to
So
kneel down to beg her.
watch it. Go and
Mm.
check it out. It's there. The part 2. They had to kneel down. She and the guy. They knelt down to beg her. Then the uncle said something. I think the uncle is from the mom's side. When they were lined up to say, do you give your blessings and all that? So, and the uncle said something. And I think the uncle is the only person that actually spoke the truth. The uncle used style to tell the son, to tell the nephew that, your mother is controlling. There's a way he said it. I can't remember word for word he said, but there's a way he said it that I said, God go bless this man. He said, you need to know how to manage your wife and your mother, knowing that your mother is a controlling person. There's a way he said it. So,
did you see the way her eyes are popping out?
yes,
Like,
it's inbuilt anger. Like the anger has been there because this lady does not know your culture. She doesn't know the intricacies of your culture. I am an Igbo person. I married Yoruba. You can see from my name. So I encountered similar situation, which I don't want to start, saying because of time. So, but one thing I would say to people doing interracial or cross-cultural marriage is that the guy should be able to tell you the family. The guy should give you heads up. As an Igbo person, I can some Igbo people can testify to that. We don't really kneel down, like kneeling to the floor when we are greeting the elders. We can bow like like you are bowing with like one leg, but not kneeling on the floor. So when I met my mother my husband didn't tell me because I was new in Lagos. So my husband didn't tell me, oh, you need to dobale, you need to kneel down properly, So I think the first impression was like, this one does not have respect. So from there, it was hell. I don't have respect. I don't know how to greet. You are very embarrassing. That is that how they do in their place? He brought out so many things. I don't like Igbo people. They don't know how to greet. So the thing became very weird to me. Like, I'm so sorry, Okay, I had to start practicing it. Had to kneel down on the floor until they tell you to get up. It was an issue. So, but I had to overcome that. So what I will always tell anybody that doing interracial or intercultural marriage is that you build a boundary. Your husband has to protect you. Your husband has to let you know what they do in their own cultural setting. Because what she did was so uncultured. She that is shouting culture, culture. She's very uncultured. She's ill-mannered. She could have just told her, oh, in our culture, you have to take your mother-in-law's plate. Maybe you are new. Don't worry, I will teach you. Say it out of love. And then what is she doing there on Valentine's Day? Because from the story of this couple, is obvious that she and the husband are not in good terms. Even the son and the father are not in good terms as well. So because
they say that's not his father, that's his uncle.
I know his father, the boy and his own father are not in good terms. If you watch the part 2, you see where the sister was asking him how many times has he seen daddy. He was not saying couple of times. So I think they have that small shaking, when it comes to the father figure thing. So the mom kind of probably raised them and had that controlling attitude.
They say she's controlling. That somebody said that the uncle said that she's controlling. It shows.
Yes. So, and I when this thing came out, I said, if this lady is from a rich home or an Oyibo, this woman will not shout the way she was shouting, because I don't know if it's a cultural thing or if it's a fear factor. When we see Oyibo, we kind of put them in a pedestal, like we put them above
It's
us.
colonialization. It's the effect of colonialization.
Exactly.
It's not
And
fear.
culture
Mm.
is culture not being updated? Because
Uh-huh.
if you go to America, because she's in US, and you should be a
Mm-hmm.
little bit you should give benefit of the doubt to other people as well. Other cultures need to be also be respected as well, in as much as they are
Some people
respecting
are
yours.
stuck. They are stuck in the past. Somebody like Brother Olada called him first. Didn't you hear what he was saying?
Yeah,
That the
I was
sitting
not
room is
pleased
the
with the
domain
first
of the
caller. I
man.
wasn't
He's
pleased
the
with
one
what they
that
were
holds
saying.
remote control. Oh,
No,
you should have heard what he said. He said he's the one that holds the remote control,
no.
and he will hold. He was the one that is the sitting room is his domain. The kitchen belongs to. That's somebody that lives in America. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do to change some people's
Our
mindsets.
culture needs
You
to be
understand?
updated. Our culture needs to be updated.
Mm.
If we
That's what
say we
Ola
are going
said.
to
Culture is.
if we say mm,
Mm.
if we say let's stick to our culture, that means we have to be killing twins now, right? Because it
Hey,
used to be
we
our
just like
culture
the
to
video
kill
now.
twins. Oh, to buy twins, sorry. Sorry, I'm so sorry. There are some things that have changed over the years in our culture that we need to also give other people benefit of the doubt. And I think I'm so
The people
sorry.
that hold on to the culture, the people that hold on to the culture
Mm,
is the aspect of the culture that favors them. That's why
exactly.
patriarchy is something that they don't want to let go in Nigeria because it
Exactly.
favors a particular gender.
Exactly. And
Mhm.
we should also try to demarcate being adhering to our culture and being wicked, because they are two different things. You cannot be hiding behind culture and be perpetuating wickedness to someone, or trying to bring somebody down, or try to humiliate someone, all in the name of culture. It is very wrong. So I think I will stop there. I am stop here so
That's
that other
it.
callers can come in.
Thank you
Thank you,
very much.
Abby.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Abby. I appreciate your call. Wishing you well in your own intertribal marriage. It is well with you. They say Igbo people and Yoruba people don't marry, but we see a lot of Igbo people and Yoruba people that are happily married. By the grace of God, God will continue to. I think the man has a lot of role to play in intercultural and interracial marriage. The husband has a lot of work to do in educating both his mother, because he's the one that is caught in between. These women are fighting over his affection. No, this is what it is. This matter is not about plates. Trust me. And moreover, Brother Ola, with all due respect, sir, there is no culture in Nigeria from the east to the north to the west to the south that says culture that has a culture about plates. Plate carrying or cooking for people is just being a good host. When a guest come to visit you who doesn't live there, you take care of them. It's not culture. I don't know why the mother-in-law was shouting culture. It's not culture. It's just a thing of respect and being a good host. Being a good host, simple. Somebody comes to visit you, you offer them food, you offer them drinks. Is there a culture about food and drinks? Which culture be that one, I beg? Where the right and put? Yeah, I don't know. Uzo, hello,
Hello,
darling. How are
darling. How
you?
are you? Hello, Auntie. Hello, Obodo fam. Hello, Auntie Bean. I guess I should first of all start by saying Happy New Year because I haven't come on the show since the beginning of the year. So, Obodo fam, Happy New Year. I'm wishing you all a very happy and prosperous 2025. The year is still young. We are just a March. So, I guess my Happy New Year still suffices. Okay, first of all, I want to start by addressing this culture thing. What is culture? Culture is simply a way of life of people. So everyone has just been trained. It's our culture, like Mr. Okidola, with all due respect, just shouting, "It's our way, it's our culture, it's our culture." So your culture is packing plates, forcing people to pack plates when you finish eating. Anyways, let's move away from that. Let's go straight to the business of the day. I just actually think that the mother-in-law is a dramatic and a chaotic woman. And TB, once I saw those her eyebrows, I say, we're going to have problems here. I knew that she was going to be horrible. And if this woman were my mother, she cannot even be my mother. If she were my mother, I'm going to do a lot of talking to to her, like letting her know that mommy, that's not how to behave. But people are always so entrenched this cultural things that even when their parents are behaving badly, they can't even set them straight and say, mommy, daddy, you can't behave like this. What you are doing is wrong. I think we just have to do better as a people. That's one thing I want to say. Also, Obodo fam, please, if you go to people's homes and they offer you food, please pack your plate. I don't think it should be such a difficult thing. And just from watching this, a glimpse of what's happening in that household, I'll say that the mother-in-law does not actually like her. Perhaps she wanted a Nigerian girl, perhaps even a Yoruba girl for her son, and now her son has gone to bring a Black American. So I think it's all adding to the mother's annoyance and anger, and just reacting to her in such a harsh manner. This issue of plates and packing plates and everything shouldn't have escalated. The mother could have just said, oh, just like the previous caller said, teach her the culture in love. But I want to say that, just from what I saw, if the lady is not yet married to this guy, the guy looks like a good head, I advise her to run. Because men can be funny and they love their mothers. He might be standing up for her now, but if they get married and long term, huh, he might start dancing to the mother's tune. So I'll just say that love is not enough in this situation. If I were her, the best thing is to tell the son, I love you, but long term, this marriage will not last because of your mother and all the things I'm seeing. She should just clap her shoes and run. But I just heard that, in the part two, she went to kneel down and beg the mother for forgiveness. So she knows what she's an adult.
That's a big
So
mistake.
I guess that she
That's
can
a
make
big mistake.
yeah, so she's an adult, so I guess that she can she can she can navigate this situation by herself. I see Bimpe's comment saying that she disagrees with me. If you serve an elder, you
Mm,
should pack their plates. I agree with you, Bimpe. You
yeah.
have a point there. If you serve an elder, you should pack their plate. That's correct. But I want to I think why I'm saying this is because I feel that the mother is not a visitor in the house, because she said like she's visited like in Thanksgiving, she's visited in this, like she mentioned two occasions where the mother has visited and she has been offered food. Okay, if your mother, let's say your mother comes from Mugu or something and she's in your house, so anytime she eats, you go and pack her plate and wash it.
It
She's not
doesn't
visiting.
matter.
It's different.
Yes, they should. They should.
It's different.
Mm,
It's different if she's visiting and you serve food, you pack plate, but son has now become maybe a part of the
mm-mm.
family. Once she eats any meal, you're packing up the
Yeah.
plate and you are going to wash it. I don't know how realistic that is,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's going to work for some people, that's fine. But I don't know how realistic that is. Once your mother eats anything, you are jumping up to pack the plates to wash. You don't have a job, you don't have things you're
That's the
doing.
right
What
thing.
any
That's the
meal, you're
right
just
thing.
packing plates. Okay, Auntie B, I'm always open to
Mm,
learn. If it works for people, once Mama eats anything she
mm,
eats, you just jump up, carry
mm,
plates, wash. That's fine. So far, there's peace, there's joy in the home, and it works for you people. Who am I to say don't do it? Please do
yeah.
it. Um,
Mm,
Another thing I want to say is that also we as we're going, we should also remember that generation is changing. Not all our children will marry
mm,
maybe Nigerians, which might be our preference. They might marry other cultures. We have to be open. We have to be open. There's nothing wrong. I as an adult, and I hope I've lived in Canada a very long time, and I've imbibed the culture. I don't think maybe if my son or my daughter's spouse don't clear my plate, I will start shouting and hollering. No, but at
because
this
you are
point,
from a
we can
different
all change.
generation. That's why.
Yes, yes, but we should all also be open to change. I don't think flimsy things like this should be what would cause issues. And finally, Auntie B, I wanted to say congratulations on the 100K. I know that we've chatted about it, but I wanted to just publicly come and congratulate you. You've worked so hard for that
Thank you.
plaque. I even told you that you had to come and do, like, you were supposed to have given us a live unboxing. And Auntie B, whenever you turn on your camera, we're supposed
Honestly,
to be seeing that plaque. You're supposed to be advertising it.
honestly,
You're supposed to be saying it. Yeah, so I just wanted to come here and say
you see
congratulations
it.
on the 100K. And Atibi, you don't know the community that you're building. Like, you're building a great community. I've made so many connections here. I also wanted to use this opportunity. I know that Natsu might not like this, but I just have to do it. I want to use the opportunity to thank Natsu and Auntie B. Auntie B, if you see the way Natsu blessed my baby, with gifts. I was
Oh,
just Auntie B, I was just
wow.
bawling. As in, I met Natu on this platform. We shared the same birth month, which is October. I'm October 20. I think she's October, like a few days before on my birthday, and we met on this platform, and Natu has blessed me with so much love. I was just bawling yesterday. I couldn't believe it. The love was too much. Obodo fam, I want to thank you all. I saw all your congratulatory messages. I thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. And I pray for any of you who might be trusting God for the fruit of the womb, asking God, God, when will my time come? The God that did mine for me, I pray that He will remember you. He's the God that makes the barren woman a joyful mother of children. He will bless you all with your own children. Even if for people that are even trusting
Amen.
God for marriages, or maybe trusting God for fruitfulness, even in businesses, I pray for you all from the bottom of my heart as you've congratulated me, as you've blessed me with love, both in gifts, monetarily, that God would supply all your needs according to His riches in glory. Whatever you are trusting Him for, 2025 will not pass you by. He will be good to you, or He will
Amen.
bless you, and at the end of the year, we'll all give thanks. Yes, so that's all I wanted to call in to say. Keep up the good work. We're always here to support you. Over the farm, I'm always in the comments, I'm always in the chats. And once I get an opportunity, I'll definitely come in and talk. And maybe one day I'll bring baby and you guys will see him. So yes, that's all for today.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Zo. Your voice, your thing is echoing back. Thank you. Congratulations on your new baby. We do understand. Even if you don't come in, you are a nursing mother. So that's your priority for now. Face your baby, please, okay? We love you. Natu, thank you so much for representing Obodo Farm. Yeah, we're a community. That's why, we're not just here talking. We are a family. We're a community. Thank you so much, Natu, for doing that. I really appreciate that. So, Uzo has made a contribution, but there was something I quickly need to give some feedback on. She said that if you visit people, pack your plates. So, as I said, for me, it's not about culture. It's about what do they call it? Etiquette. Is that the word for it? Is that the English word for it? It's about etiquette and being a host. So, if an elderly person comes to your house, whether it's your mother-in-law, your in-laws, even your own parents, good etiquette and good manners demands that you should not allow them to pick the plate by themselves. Take the plate, go wash up. Okay. So I don't agree with Uzo. However, if they are living with you on a long-term basis, then it's a different thing. I don't think, then again, let me not say anything. I don't think any reasonable adult or mother would expect you to be picking their plates even when you are not there. Say, for instance, you went to work and came back, they will eat and leave the plates for you to wash. That will need a conversation, okay? That will need a conversation. If you know that you don't want to be disrespectful, you don't want to say anything that, remember, if you disrespect your mother-in-law, your husband, you are disrespecting your husband, okay? So if you can afford a washing, what they call it, dishwasher, get a dishwasher and just tell her, mommy, if you finish it, if I'm not at home, just put the plate here. That's all. When you come, just put the dishwasher liquid, turn it on, and then you wash. Simple. Problem solved. Technology, you see, it's not everything that we have to be stuck in the past for, Uncle Dollar. We can move forward with technology, we can advance. We don't need to stay in the past forever. Don't, no, elders shouldn't take place. Yeah. It's not about culture, it's just about good behavior, good etiquette. That's all. That's the way I see it. So I just needed to correct that. Because I don't want it to seem as if I was challenging Kidola and I had allowed Uzo, even though I love her to bits, I'm not going to allow her say that. Don't do that. Okay, she will say it, but I will correct it in my own opinion, what I think is right. Okay, Tammy, welcome. Oh my God, this is taking longer than I thought.
How you
Okay,
doing?
we're going to put timer now.
Congratulations. Can you hear
Thank you
me?
very much, darling. It's been
Oh,
a long time.
yes.
How
Well,
are you?
I'm
Are
doing
you in
good.
Nigeria now, or you are
Not
still in the
yet.
US?
Not yet. No, not yet. But we're going back and forth.
I'm looking.
However, um, and I want to meet you too when I get up there. But you already know I'm married to a Nigerian. However,
Yes.
I will
Mm-hmm.
not I will not tolerate any type of disrespect. You will not holler at me. My mother will not
Mm-hmm.
holler at me. However, I
Yeah.
will move my mother's plate if she came over.
Mm-hmm.
When we do Thanksgiving or whatever, and if I'm in there cooking all day, guess what? The kids wash the dishes. All my nephews and nieces, they get in there and wash dishes because we've cooked. But it's a difference. My husband cleans, cook, take the kids to school. The only thing my husband won't do is do their hair when they were little. So, and we've
Mm-hmm.
been married, this September will be 30 years. So
Oh,
we share in
wow.
everything. Sometimes it's 30-70. It's never 50-50. It's never going to be 50-50. However,
Yep.
sometimes it's 60-40. You know, but he respects me. I respect him. I'm his helpmate. He's my helpmate. And we do, we try to do everything together because we have 5 kids. So it wasn't going, I
Mm-hmm.
wasn't going to be the one that's washing kids, feeding kids, nursing kids, and doing all of this. No, he was going to help. And he never didn't help. He just always helped. So I never had a problem. His mother,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, his mother, God bless her soul, was a wonderful mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. His brothers, his sisters, and I don't never disrespected me or anything like that. And I guess they knew that I wasn't going to tolerate all of that. And that was just
Mm-hmm.
it. I will give you respect. I want respect in return, but I never had to um I don't know, ask for it. It was just always given. So I don't know, and my husband is
Mm-hmm.
10 years older than me. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, but that lady was out of order. She shouldn't have been screaming at the girl like that. That was terrible.
Yeah.
That
Mm-hmm.
was terrible. And
Yeah.
I don't see that marriage
Someone keeps
lasting.
saying,
Hmm?
yeah, Olamide keeps saying that this is not the issue of the plate, that the boy, the son, offered to took the plate, but the mother was upset that it's not the
Oh,
woman, it's not the young lady that took the plate. So it's something else. It's something else.
well, you know what,
I
I
don't
tell
think
you
this is
this.
about plates.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. My husband um cousins came over from the UK and they stayed with us. And they saw my husband in there cooking because he makes better steaks than I make. And he was in there cooking and he makes better mashed potatoes than I make. However, they were looking at me really strange because I was sitting there just drinking wine, waiting on my steak. However, when he got finished cooking, guess who did the dishes? I did the dishes.
You
So
did the dishes. That's why your marriage
yeah,
works.
because
It's
it's a
partnership.
it's yes. So I don't seem to understand all of this because I guess I never had to deal with it. But I appreciate my husband. I love my husband. And I respect my husband and vice versa. So, and I love his family. So I don't I don't know. I don't know, but my husband showed me this video. He's the one that showed me the video.
Mm-hmm.
And I just said, "Well, what do you
Mm-hmm.
think?" And he said, "Well, she was wrong
Mm-hmm.
for screaming at her like that. That was wrong." And I told you once before that when I met
Mm-hmm.
some of his elders, I knelt. I mean, I didn't go to the ground, but I knelt because out of
Mm-hmm.
respect for my husband. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? Because I just followed him. When
Yeah.
he did it, I did it. And that was out of respect for him
Yeah.
because I love him. However, I
Mm-hmm.
won't tolerate people screaming at me crazy because my mother won't scream at me at all like that. She just sits down and she talks, and
Mm-hmm.
she do it with love, and she'll tell me you were wrong, and my husband will also tell me, Tammy, I think you were wrong, and I'm like, oh, you think so? And he said, yeah. He tells me the truth. So it's,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe you should do a segment like this with interracial, international marriages because I'm telling you, it's a bunch of stuff going on. I see.
Thank you so much, Tammy. It's lovely to hear your
But
voice
I
again.
want to meet you when I get there. Seriously.
Okay, now. Okay, I'm
Okay.
waiting. Hurry
All
up and
right.
let
I
me
want
know
to
when
meet
you're
you.
coming. Okay.
I will. I
All
will.
right.
Okay. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Cheers, sis. Thank you. Bye bye. All right, that's Tammy, an old. She's been on this platform for so long, but she'll jump in occasionally when she has something to say. And I think this topic it triggers a lot of people because it's about culture, interracial or intertribal marriage, intercultural marriages. Yeah. So somebody said something that really, really, guys, you're not liking. We are learning a lot here tonight. People are not liking. Now, I'm not happy. We don't even have up to 200 people, and we have 504 people watching. Guys, can you do me a favor? If you really, really, you're gaining some value, I mean, go and look at all these shows on TikTok where they are talking about nonsensical things. People are liking and jumping. I don't know. Yeah, we're teaching the life lessons, and people don't like. I don't get it. A jottery alone is free of charge. Just hit the like button, please. Okay, just take a minute to hit the like button. We're still going to be here. You're not going to miss out on anything. I promise. I still have so many people waiting, and I'm going to take everybody. I promise. Thank you so much, everybody that has liked. I heart you guys. I appreciate you. Let's get the lights up to 300. Please, let's get it up to 300. It still hasn't moved. Thank you, thank you. YouTube people, you don't like liking. Why now? Kilo day. So, two people mentioned that they saw the follow-up of that show that she went to apologize to the mother-in-law. That the boy and the young lady went to apologize. That is a monumental mistake. And I will explain why I said so. I said so because, as I said in the last show we did here on Sunday, you don't reward bad behavior. There's something in this so-called culture that we are talking about. Nigerians have a way of rewarding adults, elderly people, when they've behaved badly. How does she get to treat this young lady like this and you went to apologize? So you kind of, it's a reinforcement. You're telling her that, oh, okay, the way she behaved is, she should be the one that is apologizing to her son and his girlfriend. But now you've reinforced that behavior of her shouting and screaming, popping out her eyes like she was going to faint. She was literally taken out of the room. Why are you apologizing to her? So, look, anybody that knows this young lady, tell her, bounce out of that relationship. Get your self-esteem up, move. Do you know why? She will never enjoy this marriage. That mother-in-law will never allow her to enjoy the marriage. That they donated money. They donated money for who? You are reinforcing bad behavior. Oh my shit. Women, you know, when you sisters do this thing, woman, it used to trigger me. I get upset because it tells me that you don't have respect for yourself. How is somebody going to disrespect you like this and shout on you, yell at you on national TV? You're going to apologize for what? Is the son the only man in this world? I'm just going to dust my shoe, as Uzo said. Marry your son, I'm gone. Because if you stay, you're going to just keep apologizing throughout the marriage. After a while, you will be tired of apologizing. Now, that really pissed me off. Apologize for what? For raising something that you have no understanding about, and you said it in a very respectful way, and your mother-in-law is coming, she's barking and screaming at you, then you apologize. Come on now, guys. Let's stop this. She will never like you. She doesn't like you. Young lady, she doesn't like you. Just leave. This woman will never allow you have peace in that marriage. You can have 2, 3, 5 kids like Tammy, and she's still going to treat you so badly that with time you will be so broken emotionally. Because she's this mother-in-law, she's damaged. Can't you see how she's behaving? Is she behaving like somebody that is normal, that is okay mentally, emotionally? All her trauma she's going to pour it on you. Why are you apologizing? Never ever apologize for doing the right thing and standing on business. Never. If he's the last man on this earth, go and look for another race to marry. Kilode, apologize, Bekini. See, you can't take this man away from his mother. You cannot. You can already see. And at a time, he's going to get frustrated because he's having to fight this battle, standing up for you. The mother-in-law, this mother is so feisty. She's domineering. She's controlling. Eventually, he will submit to his mother that is known all his life. You, he just met. Abby, You're not even married yet. Okay. Don't do that. Don't do that. He's calling his son is a wimp or a simp, whatever, because he's telling you the truth. Ashley, please welcome Jare. Hello,
Hi, good
Ashley.
evening.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Okay.
can. Go ahead. Where are you joining us from? Yeah.
I'm joining from London, but I'm actually American.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I want to say a few things. First and foremost, as I mentioned, I am American born, but my parents are Caribbean, and my fiance is Nigerian. I am huge on culture, I'm huge on respecting my elders. However, that
Mm-hmm.
mother in law or future mother in law, that woman is rude. She is disrespectful, and it has nothing to do with culture. She's nothing more than a bully.
Mm-hmm.
And if that girl continues with that relationship, all she's going to end up with is a lifetime of abuse, being treated like dirt, being disrespected. And quite frankly, I was really disappointed. I was really sad to watch that video. I even sent the video to my fiance, and he himself, he was horrified because it's just it's just not about culture. It's about the woman herself. She does not like that girl. She does not like her.
Mm-hmm.
She does not like her for whatever reason. And I I blame the woman for her own behavior because we're adults. We need to take accountability and responsibility for our own actions. I blame her for her behavior, but I also blame the son for not setting boundaries in the first place because he is a grown man and he needs to act accordingly. I personally feel that this mother has been allowed to be at their house at inappropriate times, and that's because the son has not set boundaries from the beginning. Had he set
Mm-hmm.
boundaries early on and said, "Oh, I'm doing this with my fiance, or I'm not available, or we're doing this," let her know slowly but surely, listen, I'm not available. Like, this woman is now my world. That will put some sense into her head. But if he has allowed her to get away with a lot of things, as we can clearly see, then that's where disrespect is allowed to creep in. I listened to the other caller named Tammy. I loved what she had to say because I am very much on that table. I don't take disrespect. My mother doesn't shout at me, my father doesn't shout at me, and I'm not taking anybody shouting at me. There's a way, a right and wrong way to pass across a message. If the culture that she's pretending to prove that people should, clear the plate, okay, that's fine. If according to her it's their culture, then there are many other ways that she could have passed across that message. But the fact that she
Mm-hmm.
chose to so loud, so rude, so uncouth, and just animalistic even in how she was
Mm-hmm.
acting
Mm-hmm.
was just it was such a shameful display that someone of her age would act in
Mm-hmm.
that. Because let's think about it. If she had her children, her daughters, would she accept someone else speaking to her daughter in that way? I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think another caller, uncle, I can't remember his name, he spoke about culture this, culture that, and he said that he's
Mm-hmm.
married to a white woman.
Mm-hmm.
Before getting engaged to my husband, to my soon to be husband, I was in a long-term relationship with a white man. And they are very patient to an extent, but they're not going to tolerate disrespect. And quite
Mm-hmm.
frankly, I doubt that this mother in law would have ever spoken to her son's fiance like that if she were white. Because I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
say it, we don't like to talk about it, but there is a huge inferiority complex that
Mm-hmm.
is in existence. And it's not even down to about colonialism, because colonialism ended a while back. It is that mindset of,
Mm-hmm.
let's disrespect
It's
our
the ripple
fellow
effect.
our fellow
Yeah.
black. human, like our fellow
Yeah,
black
it
brothers.
did end.
Yes,
Colonialism ended, but the ripple effect is still there.
that is
In
true.
it's a colonization of the mind now, mental
That is
slavery. That's what it is.
that is very that is very, very true. So, out of respect for everyone else's time, I just want to end it there. But her actions, very, very shameful. And it says
Mhm,
more about her than about that girl. It really shows that that
mhm.
woman does not have peace within herself, and that she herself is uncultured. Because if she is such an
Thank you.
epitome of class, if she's meant to be such an epitome of what it means to be a Nigerian mama, then please show the world how a culture can be taught in a nice way. You don't have to show the world
Mhm,
the bad side of yourself. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much.
mhm. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ashley. Well articulated. Please call again. Very good quality call. I did I agree with everything you said. Somebody in the comment section said that the mother-in-law said that the young lady is too sensitive. This girl cried about her abuse and she never comforted her. So you see why I say that this is a lifelong of emotional abuse she's entering. Jesus, I don't care how much that man loves you. This mother-in-law will never allow them to live in peace. She's too sensitive. If she was, if this girl was Nigerian, yeah, and she's one of those radical women, because you can see someone looking at her, I think she has some esteem issues. Yeah, I can say that she has some esteem issues because going to go and beg that woman after everything she did, ah, nah, that's not on. That's not on at all. Giving her money. Somebody said about donating money. Did they donate money for her? I don't know what that was about. And if it's some crazy girls, as she was shouting, it would have become a shouting match. I'm not saying she should do it. It's good the way she conducted herself. It shows that she's mature. It shows that, at least she has a good temperament. But for some women, Miss Hope, okay, I was just going to bring you in. Quickly jump in then. Some other girls of her generation, they would not tolerate. That behavior is not acceptable at all. And going to apologize to someone that treats you that way, it's just telling them that, okay, I'm a doormat. Keep matching me anytime you like. Just match me, all in the name of culture. Kò ní dá fún culture yẹn. Which culture is that? No, that's not acceptable. Okay, Ungazi, it's your turn to be great. Welcome. 5 minutes.
Hi,
Go.
hi, to be. This is a great conversation. I saw this on Saturday. My cousin shared in a group chat, and we had a serious debate about it. I didn't know that it would go this viral, but I think I know brother Kidola. He got on a tangent, but I think a part of what he said, what I agree with, is that I still think that the son, that I have an issue with the son, because if he knows how his mother is and he knows certain things, I just don't like the idea of keeping women like in the dark. It's not even a cultural thing to an extent, because it could be based on just knowing how your family member is. It could even be with another Nigerian woman and just know, like, my mother's particular about this thing, or my mother is kind of this on that thing. I feel as if he should have like told her, or at least had a conversation about, she's coming over, like, this is what this is the expectations. I don't know if that was set, and I don't know if it was something, because it doesn't seem as if it was something that she knew that she was expected to do. And that's where, in that situation, I still feel like it's more on the son. The mother, of course, her reaction was just it was over the top. It was too much. And it, like people are saying, is deeper than the plate. I just think that the mother doesn't like the girl, or she's afraid of losing the relationship with her son. It could be a combination of both. I don't, it's either or, maybe a little bit of both, but her reaction was a bit unwarranted. And when people talk about this culture thing, I think couple callers before, she mentioned marrying a Yoruba husband, and about people think it's just like, even within tribes, there's differences, right? So, for example, I remember
Yeah.
dating a Yoruba guy, and I talked to him and I asked him, would you respect like the woman you're with to like kneel to your mother? He was like, of course, like that's not even an option. Like I can like that's something like you have to do. I don't care if she's not Nigerian. That's something she would have to do to my mom. So then he explained to me that. So I asked, does she have to do it to your sisters? So he said, no, I'm the oldest child. So if I had older sisters, I would expect them to do it to my older sisters. But because my sisters are younger than me, my wife doesn't have to prostrate to my sisters. So I give that example in the sense that, like, I feel like that's something that that type of guidance, those type of conversations are something that a man is supposed to give to the woman to let her know what the expectations are. And so I feel as if in that situation, I don't, we don't know whether it was scripted. We don't know whether, the woman was told to overreact, even though I think that was a natural reaction. I don't really, just seeing the intensity and how she was reacting to things. I think that was a very genuine reaction. I still fault her son for not giving the giving his fiance, I don't know if they're married yet, some type of insight about how the mother is, because for her to react like that, I think that also speaks to her personality and how she just is overall.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of men
Mm-hmm.
have this soft sweet spot for their mothers, and we understand your mother raised you, you have to love your parents. There's no competition. I don't like when you go online, they try and make it like pick your wife, pick your mother. I don't think it has to come like that. Your wife is your wife, your mother is your mother. But I think that a lot of men struggle with having those conversations with their mothers in terms of setting boundaries. So you can even see from the guy's expression that he doesn't want to upset his fiance, but he also doesn't want to upset his mother. You know what I mean? So I think that's when you talked about people are advising that a woman like that should run, because this man is always going to be in limbo. He's always going to be being
Yeah.
pulled between his mom, his wife. Who am I
Mm-hmm.
trying to make happy? Who, if he can't really sit up and set that
The mom is
boundary,
gonna win.
right, it's going to be hard. And I know
Mm-hmm.
some people are talking about the comments. I know Cece had mentioned about, if the family doesn't like you or something, you have to leave. And people are agreeing with that. And I see it from both sides, because I just think personally, coming from a Nigerian background, I feel like most people don't like their in-laws, or there's always some type of issue. Like, it's not a rare thing. So for me to tell someone they can't marry someone because some of their in-laws are not crazy about them, I think could be a stretch. I think it comes down to the position your husband sets and whether he can set boundaries with the family members so they don't cross certain lines with you. Because the reality is that everybody's not going to like you. So I don't think it has to be, oh, I meet a guy, oh, this person doesn't like me, that person doesn't like me, it's over. But if the
It's not all the
but
in-laws that
even
needs
if
to
it's the
like you.
mother, even
It's
if
the
it's the main ones,
it's the
but
parents in-law
but I'm
that are
saying
very important. The
it would
parents
be
in-law.
preferable. But I'm saying I still don't feel as if that would be enough reason to just say I couldn't be with someone. I think
Oh
it comes
yes, it
down
is.
to,
It
I
is.
think it's the man. I think it's the boundary he sets. If he's someone that stands on business, I think it can still work. But you can't have a man who's a pushover and just listens to his mom or his parents. That's when I feel like, of course, yeah, you got to go. It would never work. So I get it, but yeah, this is a good conversation. Hopefully, people learn from this that boundaries are really important, and it's something that a lot of us struggle with, especially from the part of the world that we're from, especially when it comes to elders and people that we respect. But you have to draw the line somewhere.
That
Thank you, Auntie
you
B.
can marry a bad husband, you can marry a bad spouse. Yeah. You can have a bad spouse, but you cannot have bad in-laws.
You really, but I feel like where we are is like, how often are you seeing his in-laws on TV? Once a
No,
year,
no, 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 no. Don't say
twice
that.
a year.
One time they come, they can, oh, don't you follow Dr. Shola's page on Instagram? Once they come, the ones that they come to visit in the US is enough to ruin your marriage.
But I think
When we
that's
talk about
also
in-law here in the past, some people will tell you that the minute that whether the father-in-law, the mother-in-law from the man's side or the mother-in-law from the woman's side came, that was the beginning of the problems they start having in their marriage.
No, I'm not
Honestly.
arguing that. I've seen it firsthand in my family, but what I'm saying is I think it's also a generational thing. Because to me, my thing could be like, if I know this in-law doesn't like me, they're not coming to my house. They're not coming to
Nah,
stay with me. They'd be like, I
nah,
still feel as if like, I don't know. I think it
nah.
also depends. I think
Ngozi,
it depends
trust
on the
me.
partner. I think it really depends
No,
on
it
the
won't
partner.
work. You don't know, especially in Yoruba culture. They are very close knitted
Yeah, that's
families.
different. Yeah, you could say that one. Yeah, that's a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not gonna work. You tell a Yoruba man not to tell his mother come to his house for what? Initially, that's what I'm telling you. He can hold his ground, but with time, he's gonna yield, and the parents, the mother will win. That's why I say to this young woman, don't go there. Don't even go there. You won't win. I'm telling you. because the man will get tired. It will be problem all the time. And trust me, they don't need to live with you to cause problem for you. You think your in-laws need to live with you to cause wahala for you? They can live apart. They can live in Nigeria, you live in the abroad, and they will still cause enough problem in that marriage. So I won't advise anybody. When you see this kind of venom, your mother-in-law has shown you like this. You are not married, and you can see she doesn't want you. You really want to go into that family where you're going to go through so much. Marriage is already hard. Living with another person from a different background, raised in a different environment, is already hard in itself. Why are you going to put additional stress and pressure on yourself by marrying a man that the mother-in-law clearly doesn't want you? I will not advise anybody to do it. Not this kind of mother-in-law. If they pretend that they like you, is a different thing, but they show you so much hate on the onset. My show, don't do it though. Do not. Welcome, Brother Patrick. How are you? Guys, sorry about that. Your time was up. I need to go. Sorry, my darling. Yeah. You know you talk without pause. So thank you for your contribution. But 5 minutes is up. Yeah, we're doing time now. Even for Brother Patrick, we love you. As much as we love and respect Brother Patrick, I'm still gonna put the time for him tonight. Welcome,
Wow.
sir.
Auntie B, this is a very serious topic. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, sir.
How you all about the farm? Wow. You know, I keep telling you guys that marriage is meant for matured adults. It has nothing to do with age, Auntie B, and I keep on repeating it.
Yes, sir.
And some people still need to go back to their home. Whether a man or woman, they are not fit for marriage. I'm serious. Some people still need to go back and say, am I ready? The Bible said, therefore, a man will leave his mother and father, his parents, and be joined to the wife, and two shall be one. So it goes beyond that. And you know, people have said a lot, they've made valid points. And to be, even though I've not watched the video, but I heard the woman yelling, screaming. That mama is toxic. Let's just put it that way.
Yes, sir.
The way the mama handled the situation is not proper at all. You don't force people to respect you. Even at that age, you will just be increasing her blood pressure and don't know what will happen to her. You don't do that. And you came on a Valentine Day. Are you competing with your son?
We didn't even talk about that. There was no time to talk about the Valentine visit, which on its own is a criminal offense.
Yes, you can't come. Like we said, I think that's Mother's Day now. Are you competing with your son? You know what I mean? Like people clearly said, it goes beyond parking plates. You know, maybe she already looked at this one's not fit for my son, and like people already said, the lady deserves respect too. If you truly love your son and you want the best for your son, she should be there to just observe the girl. Just tell her, in a loving way, this is the way we do in our place. This is part of our culture. You don't have to make sin and people bringing you out, begging you, dragging you. I feel ashamed for her. That's too much, Auntie B. I'm going to go and watch the video.
Yeah, it's on my wall on Instagram, sir.
Yes, I have a sister that's been here for 50-something years in America. The husband as soon as she finished his secondary school, he came down here. Their first son is 44-year-old, I've got nephew that are white, African American, their mother. So it's not as if I don't know their culture. I'm going to give you a very vivid example. When my sister's son got married, they have a big house, about six rooms. So my sister advised him, you just started working, don't go and rent a place. You can stay in my house. After all, it's me and my husband. They stayed. He's married to a white guy. You know what happened? This my nephew met the wife in high school. The mother was their principal when they were dating. So the mother has retired. You know what the mother said? The mother said she was coming to live with them too. She sold her house to come and stay with the daughter, with my aunt, with my sister, with the husband, with the mother. And you know, they were living like family, Auntie B. When I went there, I couldn't believe it. If you see the kind of respect, the way this woman treated my son, my children, said she's been waiting as a principal. I said, oh my God. You know, after some time, the woman he got a job in Saudi as a consultant, former principal, to come and consult for a school. You know, the Arab has money. She went. She said she would have taken my sister. Why? Because those people, you know, they look at color. That's why they wouldn't, you know, they would say, but she was the one that went. When she came back, she just came back and bought a house, paid cash with the money she paid. And that's not where I was going. Later, the woman cried, Auntie B, when I went to the burial, the, the family are billionaire. I couldn't believe it. If you see their house, the best in the whole states. They have more than 500 acres of land. Auntie B, you know the man, the daughter is the only daughter. The only daughter she had. She has, you know, they gave her the woman some, and the woman now left a note. He said, please, the lady read it, and she was crying. The mother, I did not say, my daughter, please, your family is your number one priority. Respect your husband. Auntie B, I was crying with them. The lady was shaking when she was reading the notes. They kept the note for her. This lady, sister, brothers, this is the letter your mommy wrote for you to read. The mother said, respect your husband. We are talking about culture. When this lady sees me, she will just hug me, Uncle Patrick.
It's not in Nigeria that has culture of respect.
No. Is it by parking plate that makes you to be respectful?
Exactly.
Somebody can be prostrating for you and be, you know, just be, when you leave, you could just be saying, see, no respect. That doesn't make a girl to be respectful.
It's high service.
It's high service. So it depends where you are coming from. Like that woman, I'm going to round up, that woman and that guy is coming from a toxic home. And that lady will see him.
Go see
You
Pepe.
can see the behavior of the mom. I'm so ashamed of that woman. How dare you, even in America, just went ranting. You know what? They are not even married.
Yeah. She want to marry my son. You respect me.
No.
You respect me. It's Nigerian culture. You respect me. Forcing down respect on somebody's throat.
You should know the kind of level that woman belongs to. Can you do that, Auntie B? Can you go and yell yourself in somebody in your son's house?
They won't even see me. Yeah, they're going to see me.
Disrespectful.
Me that I'm busy enjoying my life and traveling up and down.
You are just going there to disrespect yourself. It has nothing to do with culture. That means you are not even cultured.
Exactly.
I'm not boasting. Auntie B, where I was working, let me round up there. Where I was working, they moved me and I went to the corporate office. African American said, Uncle Patrick is there. I felt like she said, oh my God, am I that old? He said, Uncle Patrick, we love you. If white people, black people is calling me Uncle Patrick, who cares about Uncle Patrick? You can call me Patrick. You know what I mean, Auntie B? That woman has disrespected herself. Thank you, Auntie B. God bless.
Thank you so much, Uncle Patrick. I appreciate you. Everywhere you go, they will call you Uncle because you carry yourself like a proper uncle. God bless you, sir. Tiger, I'm going to come to you now. Miss Hope TV, how are you? Long time no see.
Yes. God bless you, Sister B.
Are you living in Ghana now?
Yes, ma'am.
I thought so. I thought you moved to Ghana from the US.
Yes,
Oh my
I
goodness.
did.
How long have you been in Ghana?
June will be 2 years now. Yeah,
wow. Do you like it
Yes,
there?
yes.
Are you enjoying your life there?
Yes, man. I'm enjoying my life after the passing of my husband. Remember, he passed almost 4 years now. So life moved on for me. And, I want to travel and just live my life. Yes, man.
Wow, fantastic.
Yes.
Well done.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. So my first comment is for my black sisters that's born and raised in America like me. I know for a fact the young lady is not from my generation. I was born in a generation where you cook the food, you serve the food, you clear the plates for your guests and your in-laws and your family. Not no, not children, not this one and that one, but anyone that is older than you.
Mm-hmm.
And I see my generation, or not my generation, my people from my culture seem to forgot that our grandparents believed in that.
Mm-hmm.
And now it is more so you want to treat your children as, oh, they don't need to be do this, or they don't need to do that. You have to respect my children. But when you're interacting with different cultures, they still believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
They still believe in the Nigerian culture is deeply rooted in respect. And I'm not justifying what Auntie did. It was wrong. It was very hurtful to watch and see.
Mm-hmm.
But I want my young sisters to know that it's nothing wrong with helping, cooking,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
clearing the table. It is a sign of respect. It is a sign
Mm-hmm.
of respect, even in the black culture, even if you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to admit it. It's a
Yeah.
lot of things in the black culture that we had and we no longer wants to govern ourselves under it, as if we're saying, oh, that was back then.
Yeah.
It's not good for us now.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of things that we was raised under
Mm-hmm.
kept us out of a lot of trouble. And this
Mm-hmm.
is one of the incidents. I mean, I believe even if she cleared the table,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that she still would have been angry, still would have been rude,
Mm-hmm.
still would have had frown for it, because she just don't like you. She
Yeah,
just
I think
don't like.
someone said that the son did clear the table and took the plate, but she was upset that it wasn't
Yes, the
the
son
young
did.
lady.
They Yes, yes, they said the son did clear the table, but he should have had also told his fiance to be or girlfriend, this is my culture, this is what we like, this is what we don't like, especially my parents are coming. And I think she just like showed up. If she just showed up,
Mm-hmm.
it's just it's a very toxic situation.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
on Valentine's Day, it was not the appropriate time to show up at your son's place, but it
Mm-hmm.
happened. And I want my sisters to know, if you want to interact with different cultures,
Mm-hmm.
please be mindful of the culture,
Mm-hmm.
because then you would get everyone to say, these people don't believe in this, these people are rude, these people are this. And when some of us are really not that way, we're
Mm-hmm.
really not that. We was never raised that way.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
would
got
never
you.
come to no one's house. Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
would never go to no one's house. And even if you start to cook, I will ask, can I help to cook? And
Mm-hmm.
even if you decline and you serve the food to me, I will want to get up and wash the dishes.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
sign of respect. That's
Yeah.
all I have to say.
Thank you
God bless
so much.
you.
Before you go, I'm curious. You got to tell us something. Have you found that Charlie in Ghana? You got to tell. You must spill this hope.
Oh.
You found Charlie in Ghana. Yes,
so,
I think I
so
have my answer because the way you're laughing, it seems like Charlie is doing something good over there.
Oh, I'm just this the sun is the beautiful is
No,
once
it's
a
not
place.
just the sun. Come on now.
Oh.
Miss Hope TV is not just the sun. There's Charlie somewhere that is doing something.
Next
Yeah,
time,
you can.
I definitely next time definitely we will have a discussion on your
We
show.
should have
We
a
would definitely.
discussion. Yeah.
Yes, we
Okay.
will. Yes, yes, we definitely will. And please, please, ladies and gentlemen, please let's support Sister Natasha, Senator Natasha. Please.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Have a
Love
good night.
you. Lovely to
You
see you
too. God
again.
bless
Take
you.
care.
Yes. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
That's our sister, Sister Ho. She's been my subscriber for so long. I noticed that she was like, I see her pictures on Instagram, like Ghana. I'm like, okay. Something is happening in Ghana. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy that you're happy. That's what's important. Wherever you are in the world, where the sun is shining and you're getting your groove on, you're happy, you have peace, then it's fine. And I'm happy for you. Tega, I think you got tired of waiting. I'm so sorry, my darling. Okay, yeah, it took longer. See, 2 hours. Oh my god. I said I was gonna do 1 hour. I even said I have things that need to do, but still. Okay. Bamdele, you don't usually stay long. Please unmute yourself. So many people are interested in this topic today. Welcome, welcome. What do you have to say?
Mostly I just had to say, even in terms of my situation, um, yeah, I really just want to find the spouse that's
Mm-hmm.
compatible for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this may seem a little bit funny if I told you this, but for some reason, um, I actually do want to intermarry into a different culture
Mm-hmm.
in the sense that I don't want to marry a Yoruba woman.
Why?
Because when I see my mom and dad, sometimes they argue about little things,
Mm-hmm.
and 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 it gets tense, and I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah, but it's not being Yoruba that makes them argue. That's what marriage is. You argue. It's part of marriage. Bamidele, you think it's because they are Yoruba, that's why they argue. No. Married people argue. Okay. So please just get that out of your mind. It's not because they are Yoruba. Yeah.
Well, I guess it's true, but it's like I don't know. I don't know. Just like I don't know. I have the vibe of just like marrying to another. I can marry to another African, even somebody that's outside of my tribe. I think it's easier. We're still, even though it's African, it's still the same within the same culture. It may seem kind of funny at now, but I just don't. I don't know. I just don't want to. And the funny thing is that all the things that my dad was trying to do is set me up with all these Yoruba girls. I said, I'm just not interested. I don't want to marry to a Yoruba woman. That's just me
So
personally.
if you don't want to argue in marriage, then I don't think you are looking at it from the right perspective because arguing is like something that happens. Even you and your siblings don't you argue with your parents, don't you? You argue with your
Sometimes,
siblings. So it's learning the skills. What you don't need to be afraid of arguing. Yeah. What you need to learn is the skills to be able to navigate number one, communication, and number two, conflict resolution. So, for instance, you're married and your wife says men are very messy. You drop your socks on the floor. Your shoes are always not kept. A lot of men don't know how to pick up after themselves. So something like that will annoy a woman, and then she starts to make trouble with you. So what you need is the skills to be able to explain that. Okay, first of all, apologize. Loads of apology will help you. Okay, and also work on it. That okay, I'll do better. It's for you to learn those skills to be able to when the argument is going to start. It's for you to be able to handle it so that it doesn't escalate. But to think that you are going to agree and it's all kumbaya, never going to happen. Never. Even if you marry someone from the moon and the sun, you argue. That's marriage.
okay, but it's just that I don't know. I want to put into my parents says that I do eventually want to get married, but I want to make sure I'm carrying my own cross. So, at the end of the day, I'm gonna be living with the spouse. So,
Mm-hmm.
and they can't, you just cannot just marry to somebody just because your parents may feel that you may be compatible when they don't know you as a person, that you don't know the qualities that you're looking for in a spouse, because this is your life, your marriage, you're gonna deal with the spouse. So that's my 2 cents on this whole issue thing. And if
Mm-hmm.
and if me personally, if the woman or if the parents don't like the spouse, I don't really feel that it's a worth the time to even investing in trying to get this whole marriage thing in the first place. Because if in fact if you're married to your husband's family or your spouse family, they should like you instantly.
Mm. I don't think you are really. I don't think you are interested in getting married. It seems like it's always been like your parents telling you that you need to marry because this is an expectation, from your culture and religion and things like that. But do you know what? If you deep down in your mind, you set your heart over the years. And even if you are 45, 50, you don't want to get married, you don't need to get married. It's not everybody. Unfortunately, your parents are just going to accept it. If you don't want to, you shouldn't. Don't feel pressured or coerced into getting married when you are not ready for it. Because if you do, then you are afraid of arguments. And you're gonna live with women. We live and breed arguments. Sometimes we argue for the fun of it. So women will start just problem to argue because they want to have really good sex later, make up sex. So Bamidele, I think it's something you really need to go. Probably you need to get some therapy around this marriage thing. Because
Right.
everything I've heard from you about marriage is like you are not interested, and that's fine.
Well, I already have therapy. I've been through therapy and I know what I want, but it's just that, I just want to do it on my terms. I just don't want to, I just want to go over, I just want to get over the pressure of like, you know, relatives and parents ask me the same questions over and over again. It's like I'll get married when is a good fit for me and
Yeah.
when the time is right. I just want to do it on your time schedule.
Yeah, okay. I think you've been holding off for a long time, and I'm sure that you will continue to hold on until you are ready. Absolutely agree with you. Do it on your own time. Do it when you are ready. Don't allow anybody to force you. I know it's a lot of pressure, but it's better for you to be it's better for you to be single and waiting to get married than for you to be married and praying every day to be single. So I wish you good luck, my brother, as usual. Tega, hey, how are you?
It's okay. It's okay, come on. Okay.
Hello, Tega. Can you hear me?
Hi. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Oh my God, this is so bad.
We can hear you. Go ahead.
Good Hi, Auntie B.
Hello,
Yeah,
darling. How are you?
good. As for me, I feel like the lady, the mother-in-law went in there to find trouble. She went there with the intention to be problematic that day. I feel like regardless of what that lady did, she would have still picked offense. It's not the plate. It's not anything. It's just she doesn't like that lady, and she found that avenue of the plate to blow up, the whole issue, to show the lady she doesn't like her. So that's how I feel
Mm-hmm.
about this situation. It's
Mm-hmm.
and I just think that the lady, no matter what the son does or the boyfriend does, to protect the lady or to, you know, patch up things, it's still not going to work because that lady's the mom is always going to bring in pick issues. She's going to be picking whatever the lady does.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I think about the situation.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Short and sweet. I appreciate that, Tega. God bless you, my darling. Okay, Cece, let's bring this home now. I gotta go. Unmute yourself, darling. How are you?
Oh my goodness. How long have I waited?
Were
happy,
you waiting? You
happy.
were in and out. What are you talking about? Like,
I
you
know I
feel
was
like you're sitting in the
waiting.
studio. You were in and out.
Oh gosh. How are you guys? Evening or body fam. And to be you've done well. You said 1 hour. How many hours is it now? Like three?
I was walking. I was walking right up to. That's why I was late. I was walking. Oh my God.
Sorry. Oh, we appreciate you spending the time here this evening. We love it. You know, this topic is so viral, and people love mother-in-law, bass boss, and all this kind of thing. So you can't handle the topic in 1 hour. It's not possible.
I like what you said that we women we don't like peace. We like problem. Like
Always.
Bamidele said he's afraid of argument. I said, you were afraid of argument, okay? In marriage, you think you know. Oh my goodness.
But I get what he's trying to say. I think maybe he's had some maybe bad experience or something with the culture within the culture that he's trying to run away from. But ultimately, people are still people, right? You get
It's not from his
that in all
parents.
cultures,
I
yeah.
think it's what
So
he saw with his parents. So he probably thinks it's only his parents that argue. Everybody argues. It's not just
yeah, everybody does.
him.
Well, my 2 cents. You know, I I sent you the video, so I'm really happy that you tackled it. I saw it in the morning. I was just like, oh my goodness, what is this madness? And I think everybody has spoken amazingly, or both have done an amazing job tackling this issue. And I feel like a lot of us were on the same side of the fence, which is great. Apart from Uncle Kidola, I don't know which side he's
As
on, but
always.
as usual,
As
as always,
always. It
as
reminds me of
always.
one mommy. One
Uh,
mommy. I'm missing one mommy now. I have to bring one mommy back. At the point, I got tired because I kept
oh,
defending and
good.
defending and defending him.
Uh, Uncle Kidola,
Who's is the
you're
one that
always on
drove
the other
one
side.
mommy? Who's can tolerate Gidola, but one mommy was getting on her nerves.
Aside from that, I think everybody's spoken amazingly, and we're all on the same side with our viewpoint of this auntie. No, this auntie, her behavior appalling. Okay, the son, I personally feel like the son he's the one that has the responsibility to the girlfriend or to the fiance to let her know, like, hey babe, this is my culture, my mom is like this. When my
Mhm.
mom comes around, like, he needs to set that foundation, he needs to lay that, because he knows his own, he's the one that knows his culture and what is appropriate and what's not appropriate. And especially when you have somebody that's not from your culture, you need to let the person know, right, to set them up in a good stead with your family, to have a good impression. So I feel like he dropped the ball in that aspect. He knows his mum seems to be problematic. So help your girlfriend, help your spouse to put their best foot forward, right? Even him offering to take the mum's plate. Why would you do that? If from an African context already, your mums and parents have this issue of men shouldn't do anything. Men should just sit down, like Uncle Kudola said, holding remote. So
That's why
you
they
as a
raise, they
guy,
raise, they raise, they. You wonder, like, I think we should start holding parents accountable for how or the bad job they did, or they only raise. This is the problem we have in Nigeria.
absolutely,
Only women
absolutely,
were raised. They did a lot of the
absolutely.
household did not raise their sons, and you expect those girls to
Absolutely.
go and marry the men you didn't raise well.
Exactly. So for me, I just feel like the dynamics of your family, right? So you should set up your partner in a good stead so that they set a good impression from the off. Him offering to take the plate, it's a no-no. You know already your mom is gonna have an issue. She'll find any, and he knows his mom doesn't like the girl. So don't give any room for anything for her to say something, right? He could have told her, like, oh, even like me personally, I'm more annoyed the woman came over on Valentine's. From the minute you answered the door and it was your mum, tell the mum to go back. I'm sorry, she's not coming to spend dinner with us on Valentine's. That's a
Never.
no, but that's a
Nigerian
by
man will
the
not do
way.
that. Never.
Uh-huh.
Forget about it.
That's a by the way. No, it's not all, but I think he doesn't know how to set boundaries with
He
his
will
own
not
mum, so
send his
it's
mother
always gonna
away.
cost.
Trust me. Nigerian men don't play with their send his mother away on the
No, you
that
send your mum
matter will not
away.
end. No,
Mm?
never. They can't
And
send
then
their
just
mother
for
away.
me, as somebody who is in a intercultural relationship, my partner is Yoruba, I'm Ugandan. So we have our similarities in our culture, yes, but there's also the differences. And I know even when I met my partner's family, remember Auntie B, we had this conversation. I came to you and I was like, oh, Auntie B, I'm going to do,
Yes,
I'm meeting my
yes.
partner's family. Like, what are
Mm-hmm,
some, especially his sister? It's not really the men. The men are cool. I've already won them over. It's the
mm-hmm,
women, knowing how us women we can be. I
mm-hmm.
came to, spoke to people in my corner who are from that culture, say, okay, you know what, give me the do's and don'ts. You told me. So I feel like if you're somebody marrying into a culture that's not yours, you need to do your
Do
homework
your
as well. You
homework.
can't just
Mhm.
sit back and expect your partner to be spoon feeding you things. Get to know what are the do's and don'ts of that culture so that you can also be informed. And also, it shows that you're also interested. And
You
then some
were
of
very
these
proactive.
misunderstandings,
You
pardon?
were very proactive in learning about your partner's culture. I remember you messaged me. I'm like, oh, you're meeting your sister-in-law. What should you do? And we had a
How
conversation
should I
about
address
that.
her?
How should you dress? You even asked me how should you dress, and I told you don't open your body.
Oh,
Cover up.
that's a
Make sure you
standard.
cover up.
And my thing was more how to address, because my partner was like, oh no, call her this. And I'm like, babe, are you trying to set me up for problems? I'm not understanding. He's like, no, she's cool. I'm like, no, that's a no-no. I already know that's a no-no. We're not gonna go in
So
like.
what
So I think
guys
it's
don't
important. Use
understand
your
is that
community. Use your
Men don't
community.
understand that the fact that their sisters or mothers are cool with them means that they'll be
Absolutely.
cool with their partner. They don't understand that. Hey, she's cool. Yeah, she's cool to you. She might not be cool to
Exactly.
this woman that is coming to take my brother or my son away. So yeah.
Setting you up for a fall. But yeah, that's just to say, use your community, or just Google is your best friend. Go on there. Oh, I'm meeting my in-laws. They're from India. What should I do? What are greetings? What are do's and don'ts? It's very easy. There's a lot of technology at your disposal, and use your community to educate yourself. But I feel like it's a two-way thing. Educate yourself, and your partner should also be there to support with the education, with the knowledge gaps as well, so that it can be smooth. But then if you have a mother-in-law like this mother-in-law, I think because of her temperament and her personality, I feel like because she doesn't like the girl, there's not a lot you're gonna do that will please her. But at least
Try.
just try not to fall into her traps of this thing, allowing your partner to take the play, and things that culturally are a no-no. So that's my contribution. But everybody said a lot of things that I wanted to say already, so I won't go over the same points. But yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
Auntie B.
Thank
Mwah.
you,
And
my
please
darling.
bring that plaque. We need to see your plaque.
Honestly, I don't know why I'm delaying. The thing has arrived over a month
I've
ago. I
been
need to
telling
do
you
the
about
video.
this plaque from before.
Honestly,
You don't
I'm
want
gonna
to
do it.
listen.
I will do
Okay.
it. I promise. Now, before you leave, don't go yet.
Yes. Yes.
I wanted to add something. There's something that women in Nigeria used to do. Since now we are talking about educating, you getting to know about your partner's culture before you meet, just to, not for crazy mother-in-laws, obviously. The crazy ones won't like you or whatever you do. But if you're really invested, you love your partner, you want to put your best foot forward. Part of the things you can do is starting to learn the language. Hello, are you learning
Absolutely.
Yoruba yet? Sisi,
Oh, yes, I am.
are you learning Yoruba yet? So that you
Yeah,
can
of course.
communicate. You don't need to learn everything, but
Just
simple ones like
greetings.
greetings. Yeah.
Just
Learn
greetings and,
greetings.
mannerisms and things. There was something I
Mannerism.
said, and my sister-in-law was like, who taught you that? I said,
Exact.
it's not even, it's not even your brother. We just
That
started
will
laughing.
that
So,
will
yeah,
endear your in-laws to you to the moon and back if you can speak a bit
absolutely.
of the language, even in greetings, salutations, saying please and thank you. Just learn it.
Yeah.
I mean, just learn the language, yeah, if you really,
Yeah.
really can. If you can. So I like that part. I like that aspect of it about learning about your partner's culture. But before you leave, again, I want to ask you about what Kidola said about holding remote control, that the man is the owner of the sitting room. He's the one that holds the remote control.
Oh,
Are you
God.
allowing your
No.
partner to hold remote control? Or you are too
As for
assertive with that?
me, my God knows my desire, my heart's desires. So the man that he sent me, he cannot be an Uncle Kidola type, first of all. So we can't relate. The man that I have is very cultured, but he's very, very emotionally aware, emotionally intelligent, and some of these gender norms, gender biases, or these things that men should do this, women should do this. I told you I want a man that can cook. My partner cooks and cooks well. The thing is, I love to cook, so I'll be in the kitchen 99% of the time, yes, but he cooks as well, and it's not a problem, right? He cleans, he's very domesticated, he's neat. He cleans up. When I cook, he cleans up when I go to visit him. So it's not a problem. So this thing of, as a man, I hold the remote, I put my feet up. No, it can't, it can never work with somebody like me. Maybe for others it can work, but no, that mindset we need to change. I have a son. My son is very domesticated. I'm trying to bring him up to be domesticated. He's only 11. We don't sit down. His sister's here. I'm here. He goes and washes his dishes. You pack away the plates from the dining table. You clean. He's doing his own laundry. These are not things that is gender responsibilities. It's just a life responsibility. One day he'll grow up. He'll be on his own. He's not gonna come and look for me to be doing his laundry. You do that yourself. It's just life skills. So I think as parents of sons, we need to instill that so that our generation of boys can grow up to be amazing fathers and husbands. So yeah, no, pressing remote, that's by God's grace, it will end with our Uncle Kidola's generation.
Thank you, darling. She said, pressing remote, holding remotes will end with a certain generation of Uncle Kidolas and the likes that say the sitting room is the domain. I hope you are not driving your children away from the sitting room. I hope you are not that kind of dad that will, because there are no say some African men, Nigerian men, when they are coming, their children will take off. They'll start running. Daddy is coming. Kitty, 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 kitty. They'll start running away. Nah, that's not good. Let's not do that in this day and age. It's not the best. It's not the best at all. Yeah, we can learn and we can unlearn. Learning never stops. It's a lifelong thing. And if you refuse to learn, that's where the problem is. And that's why you see in-laws they are making marriages end. They are breaking marriages. Yeah, they are breaking marriages. It's not the best. It's not the best. It's not about culture, it's just about courtesy. Sometimes it's just about courtesy. It's just about, being a kind human being. We're always talking about kindness, kindness, kindness. What is the meaning of kindness? These are examples. All the things we're talking about, it's examples of kindness. So the young lady doesn't know she's supposed to pick your plate as the potential mother-in-law. Lecture her, educate her with kindness. Don't shout. That shouting is abuse if you don't know. When you shout at people, whether it's your wife you're shouting at, your husband, your child, your children, you are abusing them. Stop shouting. Don't say, this is how I talk. You don't talk like that. You're not created to talk like that. You only talk like that because you've been abused. That's why we shout at each other. Don't shout. Use a calm tone. People will say this is how I talk, but when they want to talk to authority, you see their voice will come down. I've never seen anybody that is so filled with that kind of energy, and you go to a court of law, and you stand before a judge, they're asking you a question, you start shouting at the judge. Why don't you say this is how I talk in the court? You won't dare it. You be in your best behavior. You dress well. You say, my lord. If they ask you a question, you answer it with respect and dignity. You won't say it's culture. Why you don't carry culture? Go there. This is how I talk. And be yelling at the judge. Whether they will not put your ass in jail. We know what is right, though. We don't just like doing it. Because we come from a very oppressive background, oppressive culture. Most of the things we call culture, they are just to oppress one another. That's the truth. That's the truth. Because respect is in every culture that I know of in this world. It is in every culture. So it's not just about we Africans, it's about culture. Everywhere, respect. But it's only in Africa that we think it's only one person that should respect the other person. You just feel entitled to respect. You don't think that you need to respect your kids, for instance. I had a conversation here the other day and I was like, how many people say you apologize to your children? I don't think any of us grew up with parents that ever apologized to us. But does it mean that I'm going to remain like that? Because it's culture. Is it my culture that my parents never apologized even when they did wrong? I won't learn it. And I apologize to my children when I'm wrong all the time. I'm teaching them that it's okay for you to apologize even though you are older. So all this is our culture, is our culture. I don't. Well, it is well, oh. If you are a parent here, you don't know how to apologize to your children, that you like to use shouting, intimidation, threats, and all that, then you are parenting very badly. Let's unlearn, no. It's not our culture. It's just about decency, human dignity, respect for one another. That's what it is. It's not about it's our culture, it's our culture. Your father never apologized to you one day, even for all the things they did wrong. But we have learned now to apologize to our children. We are trying to change the narrative. Eshe Gonyo, please, if you learned something from tonight's show, do give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. If you're just joining, you need to start from the beginning. This has been so powerful. I felt blessed. All the callers, we had over 10 people that called in, and all the callers have just made a lot of sense. At least almost all. Let me not say all. Almost all. May God continue to empower us with wisdom to be able to do the right thing, to be able to raise our children healthy. Not all this abuse will come out one way or the other. This mama that is shouting, you think she's okay? It is because of what she's gone through. That's why she's backing like that. Is it normal for somebody to ask? It's like a child asking you a question. You start backing at the child. Why? Just answer. It's a question. African parents don't like being challenged. Don't like if you ask question, I'm gonna beg you for it. How dare you ask your parents question? Oh, gal, it is well. Eddie, I'm leaving, and now you came. Okay, I'm giving you 1 minute. Unmute yourself because I like you so much. Unmute yourself and just give your contribution under 1 minute so I can go. Hello, Eddie, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Auntie B. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Oh,
I've
oh,
almost. I was just about to end. Yeah.
okay, let me just quickly round it up in a minute. So my own take in the situation is I'll actually put the blame on part of the blame on the son because I see that the son is someone that has always been in this situation right from the onset. Personally, for me, I usually advise men that once in a while, let your mom, let the female in the house know that you are in charge of yourself. They cannot control you. Whatever you decide for yourself, everyone should respect it. For example, I had I would say a small quanta with my mom, and right from that moment, I think she respected me. My dad was sick, and she actually traveled for something. So they put a call to her and told her that your husband is sick. So I called her. I called my mom. I told my mom, daddy is sick. Oh, how far? You have to go back. So she told me uh, she's going back the next day. So I called my dad and spoke with my dad. My dad's health was really, really down.
Mm,
At that moment, I picked the call. I called my mom again. I told my mom, if you don't go back home today, right now, leave that place and go back home to take care of my dad, what you see me become in next few hours, you'll not believe it. Do you know that moment she found her way back home immediately because she saw the change in my voice.
mm-hmm.
She knew something is gonna go down.
You were firm with her, but
Y-
still
y- y-
respectful.
Yes, yes. So when that happened, right from that moment, she knew that when I say yes, my yes is yes. When I say no, I know is no. So my decision, the decision I make for myself, she respects it. So I think at that moment, this man has always been in this situation that the mom is always like deciding things for him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that is it for the man's side. For the mother, she did she did something that if she had done it to me at that moment, I'll stand up for my fiance.
Mm-hmm.
I'll stand up for her.
Mm-hmm.
And the way I'll talk to my mom, I'm not gonna disrespect her, but I'll talk to her in the level that the next when she gets home, she's gonna think about it.
He
I mean,
tried. The poor
she'll
boy
be
tried, to be
trouble.
honest. He
She'll be
tried, but he
trouble.
shut her. He shut her down.
I
He
will
tried.
I will shut her down to the extent that when she gets home, she will hate me. But later on, she'll realize that what she did was wrong. That's the level that I'm gonna put her. How can you cannot go to someone's house without like uh, on a very important day without even giving them notice. You just go to someone's house and you're going with trouble. No, you don't do that. My mom calls me before coming, and if my wife says, look, we want to spend time together today, I'll look for an excuse and tell my mom, oh, today is Valentine's Day, I'm taking my wife out, I'm not going to be at home.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to as a man, you need to take control. You need to control your mom. You need to control your dad. They cannot just come into your family just like that. You have a privacy with your wife.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things that men need to before someone gets into marriage. I normally tell young boys before you get into marriage, you have to be firm in your decision.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to be someone that they push you around here
Mm-hmm.
and there. I have a cousin. My cousin loves the wife so much, so much. but the wife is not like really that pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And people were like, they always make comments, side comments. The mother will make side comments, the sisters will make side comments, and all
About
that.
her looks.
Yeah. Do you know one
Mm-hmm.
day my cousin stood up and said, warn the sisters. I said, any day you people say anything again, any day I hear a word against my wife, I will slap you people. I will beat someone up. Do you know, since that day, all they are
Were
always
they making
quiet.
the comments into the wife's face, or they were saying it behind her?
I don't know if no, 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 not to the wife's face, but somehow you get to like hear all those things. Sometimes they say it indirectly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he knew that they were disrespecting the wife,
Mm-hmm.
so he stood up in public and warned the whole family,
Mm-hmm.
the sisters, the mother. Any day they try that nonsense again, he's going to like make hell rain on them.
Did they
Since
stop?
that day, since
Mm-hmm.
that day. So
Mm-hmm.
men you have to show your sister, your relatives that you are for your family. When once they know that you are for your family, nobody can come against you. I tell men, I tell women, sometimes it's good for your husband to love you more than you yourself.
Mm-hmm.
When once you have a man that loves you more than you, as in you loving him, that man will fight for you to the end.
Mm.
He will stand up for you. But if you have somebody who is like being controlled by the family up and down, you're man, you're in trouble.
The marriage will never work. It won't
You
work.
you you are in trouble, serious trouble.
Mm.
So if the from the clip that I watched, the man, if he really loves the wife,
Mm.
he has to keep fighting for the wife.
Mm.
He has to keep fighting for the wife and put a stop to it. He has to put a stop to it and be firm. He has
Yeah.
to show the wife, sorry, the fiance, that he still loves her, that
I
he
don't think
still
they are
wants.
going to. I don't think he's going to take that route. I'm sorry to bust your bubble. Unfortunately, he doesn't seem like he has that kind of. He has the courage to be able to challenge them all, because we learned that after that incident, the next episode, he took his girlfriend to go and apologize to the mom, to go and kneel down, beg her. So it's the opposite of what you are saying that he did. Unfortunately, he has no spine, my dear.
I mean, I don't see any reason why he should go and apologize to them. I mean,
Yeah.
he can just go and address the whole situation, not for the fiance to go and apologize.
They say they both
Yeah,
went and knelt down to apologize to the mom.
for not picking the plates.
No, for the argument that they had, the way the mom was shouting at the girl, for the girl asking, "You came to my house on Valentine's Day 8 and expected me to," just the conversation. They apologized. That's why I was so like, I can't get my head around it.
No, the truth of the matter is that even if they went to apologize, but they should also make it clear to her that she was also wrong.
How are you going to
Okay,
tell her she's
okay,
wrong
mommy,
when you're
mommy,
apologizing for her bad
mommy.
behavior?
Okay, mommy, we are sorry for what we did. We are sorry, but what you did, the way you were shouting on her, it was so bad. She was
What did
feeling
they do?
abused.
What
She
exactly
was
did they
feeling
do?
ab-
They didn't do anything.
They,
The son
I
took the
mean, they
plate.
didn't do anything, but I mean, sometimes
No,
just
no.
for
Let me tell you something. I mean, I know you came quite late. What they did by apologizing was reinforcing her stand. They are giving her more power. So the son just reinforced that behavior, and she's just going to continue. This woman is never going to back down, because, like you said, for you to stand up and address, to let your parents, is drawing a line to set the boundary. It takes one encounter, like you gave us examples. But instead, this young blood went and started reinforcing the bad behavior by apologizing.
that's the bad thing. That's the wrong thing he
And
did.
the girl who
The
followed
wrong
him
thing.
to go and apologize. That's why I say she lacks, what's it called? She
They,
lacks, what's it called? The thing, image, Jabi. What do you call the esteem? I've talked for almost the 2.5 hours, Jari. She doesn't have
yeah,
self-esteem. If I'm in that situation, you tell me to come and apologize to your mom. Never. I won't do it.
Yeah, but,
Honestly.
Auntie B, let me tell you one thing about African people. Like African people generally, they are always wrong, but they want you to feel that you were the one wrong.
That's gaslighting.
Gaslighting, I hate it. Like if you do something bad to me, why do you want me to come and apologize to you? I
Can you
cannot do that. I
can you
cannot
say
do that.
I know Majak say that's Yoruba culture. You see what the problem I have with culture? The person said this is Yoruba culture. You apologize to your elders even if you are wrong. If that's not okay, if she's not okay with it, then she shouldn't have to marry the guy. So in your own mind, forget about culture. Enu, Mr. or Mrs. Enu, do you think it's right for you to apologize to elders even when they are wrong? Honestly, you think that's the right way?
No, you don't have to apologize to any elder that wrongs you. You don't need to. The elder has to apologize to you.
Hmm. I have no words to
I
say
mean,
about that.
if I were the fiance, I'll tell him we have to talk. They need to talk. They need to talk because already it shows that the mother-in-law doesn't like her. So that's going to be a very big problem. So they have to draw a boundary. They have to draw that boundary, a huge one.
They say
They don't.
that's your culture, oh, Ola. They say that's your culture. Eddie, thank you very
All
much,
right,
my brother.
Auntie B.
I gotta go. Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you for thank God for men like you that are healthy. Thank God that we still have men, Nigerian men like this. Ola, they say your culture is apologizing for somebody who behave badly, but because it's an elder, you go and beg them, and you wonder why there's so many problems everywhere. And you know, a lot of women complain about this. A lot of wives complain that whenever there's disagreement between them and their mother-in-laws, that the husband will always go and tell her, they will tell her to go and apologize. If you carry that culture, Enu, I hope you're in Africa. Oh. Don't bring it to the abroad. If you bring it to the abroad, it cannot be sustained. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. That is so. I mean, it doesn't have to be elders alone. You just look at it. Look at it in any other dynamics of relationship. Look at it from a professional aspect. You have a disagreement with somebody who is a superior at work, just because they are the manager, and you come to discuss it with someone that is higher, and then they say, oh, you are the junior, so just apologize. How will you feel? Would you say, okay, they are higher than me in rank, let me apologize to them? Let's stop rewarding bad behavior. I don't care whether they are Methuselah, they are from ancestors. I'm not apologizing to anybody for any bad behavior. Never. I won't do it. I'm not doing it. If you want to do it because of culture, continue to do it. But all I know is that this apology, one day you'll be tired. That's why I was telling this young lady, he went to apologize. Say, and you say this is our culture. Look, continue. You would it's not me that will tell you not to apologize. Go ahead. I'm not following you up and down to go and do that. You go and apologize, but you cannot sustain it. You will apologize, tire. Tomorrow, mother-in-law will come again. It will cause another problem. You will still go and apologize. Another day, one day you will stand up and say, you know what? Get your shit and get out. You would throw her and you would throw the anger you used to evict them. The anger you used to deal with it because you would have bottled up all that resentment. That is with people that don't know how to stand up for themselves. When they are not assertive, that is how they react. That's why you will not be running up and down. Oh, these obodooyinbo women. Oh, these obodooyinbo women. Don't reward bad behavior. PK said something. He said that when he was dating his wife, that the mother didn't like the wife, even though they are the same culture. They are both Igbo. Can you imagine? So that's just to tell you that this is not even about interculture or intertribe. Both Igbo. He said this example that one day that his girl, they were engaged, or they were boyfriend and girlfriend, and she came to his house, and you know, and because she stayed a bit late when she was going home, that the mother was asking her, don't you have parents at home? The mother came and said it to her in his presence. Do you know how he handled it? He said he didn't say anything. He escorted her, she went, go home. But he came back and told the mom, mom, I love you, but don't you ever speak to my wife to be like that. This is what that our brother was talking about. Setting boundaries. Since then, the mother was, because women, it's like, you see, why do you think they don't have father-in-law issues? Women, aman koja yewa gon. We used to overdo. And if a man does not have the spine or this, or he does not have that courage to be able to stand firm for his family, they go ruin your marriage. It's just a question of time. You go and tell her to apologize because it's your culture. Where is that culture from? Where is it from? That you go and apologize because they are God. You people should stop, oh, please stop. You see how the toxicity there behind culture. This is our culture. Which culture? I beg. I don't tire. Make her dey go. Make her dey go. It's okay. She go apologize, tire. Make continue to dey apologize. And you continue to empower your mother. At the end of the day, you go dump you. Now that your mama, you go end up go dey cry to. By the time you marry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you go tire. Because now your culture. It is well, oh. Thank you very much, everybody. Let's stop. No, they say if you know better, you do better. We now know better. We have more exposure. We have more knowledge. We have more education. We have more of everything than our parents. Let's stop, using culture to maintain these rubbish things that the generation before us did. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. It's not the best. Because it's not this generation. All these ones that are coming up now. They not send you a culture. Any man that is happy in his home, you see them, they are happy in their marriage. Yeah. Then you should go and ask them what they are doing differently. It's because they are not making their wives to go and apologize to any family member because it's older for bad behavior. You cannot judge. If this is the way God judges us, then where are we going to be as human beings? You cannot judge things right. Somebody is wrong because it's elder. You said, go and apologize. But nothing share. If that's your culture, according to that person that said that's Yoruba culture, then it is wrong. It is wrong, in my opinion. You people can disagree. Now, Nasabi, all man for himself, God for us all. Thank you very much, everybody. I appreciate you. Thanks to all the callers. Ola is doing a free relationship boot camp. So if you follow me on YouTube, please go to the post where you see post. Just click on it. Let me show you before I leave. You will see our last post there. It's a free relationship boot camp. If you are one of those people that think that your wife should apologize for people's bad behavior, you probably need Ola in your life. You do need Ola to help you reset your brain so that you can know what is right from what is wrong. Stop hiding under culture to do nonsense. Stop, oh. Because one day, that woman that's apologizing will just pack her load and say, me, Oshemo, I'm not doing anymore. Let's not do that. When we know better, we do better. So this is our last free relationship masterclass. Just click on the link here that says lolaanola.com and you register. 45 days. Yeah. So click on the link. If you have issues you don't want to speak about in public, you need a relationship coach, please click on that link. It's in the post. Let me actually share it in the comment section now so that people can just click on it from the comment section if you want to follow that and get to know more about this free bootcamp. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. I shall see you in my next one. I appreciate you. The link is in the comment section. It's also on the post section of my page on YouTube. Thank you, everybody. Uh, um, mm, I know my Jack. I should go and ask Edo State. So because they do it in Edo State, does that make it right? I bet go and sit down somewhere, Jare. So because they do it in Edo State, let them do it in the whole of Nigeria. Does it make it right? Where are you from? So because you think I'm gonna, you really don't know me if you think I'm gonna support it because they do it in Edo State. You think I have time for all that? You don't know me, I know. Please find somewhere enter. No, let me talk something. No talk what you go vest me. They do it in Edo State. So bloody what? Does that make it right? Is Edo the way to heaven? Or you think I'm going to support it because of what? Or you think I'm only speaking against it because you said it's Yoruba culture? And no, I are you okay? Whoa, Esha, whoa, be careful, be very, very careful because you're annoying. Have a good afternoon, guys. I don't do tribe. I don't do all those tribalistic BS. I don't do that. I believe in humanity and treating people with kindness, love, and respect. I don't care where you come from, okay? If you bring in a door to think that it's going to change my view about it, then you don't know me. It is well. Thank you very much, everybody. Give us a thumbs up. Sean says, not everything we do in Nigeria that is correct. Look at the country. Exactly. Where did their culture carry them to? Look at how messed up the country is. A woman came out and complained about sexual harassment. It is women that are campaigning against her. They are in the forefront. They suspended and silenced her. They're talking about culture. How in our culture doesn't help in our country? See how the country is. Why is everybody running abroad? Culture. My foot. Well, let's call it an evening before I go verse. I love you guys. Thank you very much. Once in a while, we'll have people that will just come and be annoying somebody. Don't learn, no. Don't unlearn. Sit down on the culture and be quoting all the cultures across Nigeria that do that nonsense. I'm not still going to support it. It's rubbish. Have a good day. God bless you guys. Love you. Thanks to all my contributors. No, it's annoying now, Stephanie. Why we using they do it in Edo State? Is Edo State a road to heaven? What's the big deal? Anywhere they do it is wrong. Lobaton. Thank you guys. Appreciate you. Love you guys. Have a good evening. I gotta go. Bye.